boss and they love me. Put a hole up in your stomach, leaving one piece. Sword up on my hip, I'm about to cut free. Way up high and ain't nobody else above me. Yeah, they calling me the boss and they love me. Put a hole up in your stomach, leaving one
piece. Welcome to week 2 of the Anime Madness podcast. Today, I got joining with me KillerCope.
What's up?
I also have Killer Kush with me here today.
Hey.
And we got Skeletoni.
Howdy.
And we also got Taco.
Howdy doody.
And I believe the only plug I got for this week as well is KillerCope. Go ahead and follow him on Twitch at KillerCope, twitch.tv/KillerCope. And today we are doing the best males in anime. So we got a list here that is comprised of 16 males that we're going to be going over and seeing which one out of these 16 nominated males is the best. Everyone ready?
Absolutely.
Born ready.
Yes,
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. In match 1, we have Jiraiya, the pervy sage, versus the Wizard King Julius Novachrono.
Okay, I'm gonna go bias. I'm going Novachrono.
Novachrono?
Yep, I'm going Novachrono.
I'm voting Jiraiya.
So we got 2 Jiraiya, 1 Novachrono.
I'm going Jiraiya.
And wow. My vote was going to be for Julius just because his battle against Lick mainly, even though Jiraiya has another very large battle like that as well against Pain. But I kind of like the way Julius handled his battle against Lick a lot better. But either way, my vote don't matter because Jiraiya wins and moves on to round 2. That was a quick one.
It really was a very fast one.
Round 2
it's
is going
almost
to be
as fast as Sakura.
Round 2 is going to be a little more difficult. We got Bachida from Blue Lock versus Brock from Pokemon.
I see.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not a big
technical
soccer
difference.
fan, so I can't vote for Blue Lock. I gotta go Brock.
I'm making it
would say as
1-1.
well.
I'm voting Bachida because the way Blue Lock is handled and the way it's like it is a sports soccer anime, it doesn't feel like it when you're watching or reading it. Like it is so intense, it is insane.
This is a
I
tough
would-
decision.
Watch out for when I turn my frying pan into a
I think
drying
I'd
pan.
have to definitely go for Brock with this one.
We got another Brock vote, so 2-1
Yes, sir.
in Brock's favor. I feel like everyone knows Brock. He's that typical stone type Pokemon trainer. But when it comes to Bachida is this. He's a high school soccer player who basically, when he gets on the field, he's an outstanding dribbler. That's his what did they call it in the show? Special ability. That's his specialty, is dribbling. And when he gets into tight situations, he has this ego monster that like takes him over and is like, "Hey, do this. You'll score doing this." And he does it and it works out. And it's like, how the hell does he have this thing inside of him when he's on the pitch?
I think I'm gonna
That
go
sounds
Brock.
I just like his overall enthusiasm about like everything in general.
So we got another 3-2 victory, I think, or was it 4-1?
I believe Taco left.
Yeah,
I
Taco.
don't know. Did he?
I think he's having
Voted.
technical difficulties.
Technical
Yeah.
difficulties from Taco. Yep, it looks like it. So either way, the vote is 3-1 for this one. So that's where that stands. It's too quiet, he said.
Yeah, that was on the intro.
Ah.
Like right before you started it, it was just dead silence.
Oh yeah, there for a moment.
That's because I was getting the screen set up and getting the music started.
Well,
the
he
intro.
like left, joined again, left again, and then hasn't come back.
Oof.
So
know.
I don't know if
I don't
he,
understand if he.
because he was doing it from his phone, so he wasn't home yet. So I don't know if he like just
Oh,
got home
okay.
or some shit.
That might be the technical difficulty then.
Where he's trying to transfer it from his phone to his Xbox.
Okay. Let's move into the next match and see if we can have a long enough debate on this one, which I don't think it will be, but it's Thornkel from Vinland Saga versus Jet Black from Cowboy Bebop.
Okay. Given that I am not familiar with either, if you wouldn't mind to give a rundown.
I hope that's for time, because if you're not familiar with Cowboy Bebop, that's a little embarrassing.
Listen,
listen,
we'll
say that.
we'll go with the Tom thing. We'll just go with that.
Don't say that. I don't know Cowboy Bebop or Vinland Saga.
Oh, they are two grade A
I'm new.
shows.
I'm new.
Vinland Saga actually makes it into my top 16. So Thornkel is an antagonist that faces the main character Thornfinn, but he's not a full-on antagonist type of thing. But he is someone that the main character has to fight, and our main character Thornfinn is only about like 5'6", 5'7", like normal height.
Okay.
Thornkel is like 9 feet tall.
Oh, geez.
Huh? Wait, what?
And he can pick
Cool.
up full-blown tree logs, like the ones that you get right after
With
you
one
cut down a tree. Grip it with one hand and launch it like a javelin over 100 meters.
Dude, that's cool. Could
Other-
you imagine getting impaled by the thing?
I know. Other than that, he's a roundabout, brutal Viking warrior. And Jet Black, the pilot of the Cowboy Bebop, and the partner of Spike Spiegel, he's I wouldn't say he's a sharpshooter, but he is a sharpshooter. He is great at hand-to-hand combat, but not as proficient as Spike. He is more the assistant. He is an outstanding pilot, and he's the cook of the Bebop. That's about, off the top of my head, that's about all I can do. He's a former police officer. I'm not going to get any further into
That's a
that
tough
without
one.
spoilers.
Right.
And
Looking at
basically,
the two of them, you get like a Zhao vibe. The guy on the right, I forget his name already.
so the one with the black beard and somewhat caramel-looking skin, even though he's supposed to be fully black, is Jet Black.
So I'm getting like a Zhao vibe from Jet Black over here, just because of the beard, honestly. Other than that, I don't really see it.
Yeah. Another thing with Cowboy Bebop. So cowboys in that universe they're bounty hunters, basically.
Yeah.
So pretty much it's this intergalactic bounty hunting type show where they can go from galaxy to galaxy type thing and hunt bounties.
You say he's a cook, he's a chef?
So he is the
Yeah,
one who
I'm-
prepares and makes the meals on the Bebop being their ship. He's not a full-blown cook, he's not a full-blown chef, but he is the one that they turn to when it comes to cooking and all that.
I think my internal bias is pointing me towards Thornkill over here.
The whole Viking aspect. Dude,
Also,
Yeah,
with
to
him
be
just being a
honest,
you will
giant
love Vinland
brute,
Saga.
like
you will love Vinland Saga.
didn't I add it to my watch list? If not, I'm doing that right now.
See, yeah, season 2's going on right now, and season 2 is basically all character development for Thornfinn, and it is probably the best character development I've ever seen in any of anime.
Oh, and this is a 24 per season. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a big one, but I mean they do. So in America they release them in books instead of the normal tankobons. So it's 2 volumes per book, and the
Okay.
first season covers the first 4 books. So that's 12 volumes in one season.
Okay. Not bad.
That's a lot of content.
Yeah.
Because if you figure Demon Slayer only covered through like volume 4 in its first season, which was 25 episodes.
Oh, yeah, that means that it cut a lot, or they shoved it in there and jam-packed that thing.
Well, the thing about the first season of Vinland Saga is it's a lot of fighting. Like, this next season is maybe going to get through 2 books. Because there's a lot of plot development and character development that's going to happen in this season, so it's going to be a lot more runtime for a lot less adaptation.
I see, okay.
Yeah, it's basically if you take Hellsing, which was 10 volumes, they were able to smack that into 10 episodes.
Volume episode, yeah. Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. And then you have Darling in the Franxx, which I believe is 24 episodes.
Yeah.
That is, even though the manga is slightly different, the manga came out post anime. Like, the anime was already almost over when the manga came out. There's 8 volumes of manga, which I mean, there are a couple things that are anime only, and the ending is a lot more elongated in the anime, and it's completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you have A Silent Voice, which was 7 volumes, which they adapted into a movie, but the movie only covers about 6 volumes, and it completely cuts out a subplot.
You were talking about that the other day.
Yeah, but I think when it comes to Vinland Saga, there really was nothing cut out or squished. It's just a lot of the, like, there's a whole chapter that is literally just the Thornfinn Thornkel fight.
Okay.
I think it's 85 chapters they adapted, because I think at 85 was a prologue N was the name of the chapter.
Okay.
So, which is still a lot of chapters for 24 episodes.
Yeah, that's a ton.
So my personal vote goes to Thornkel.
I would definitely have to second your vote.
So that's 2 votes for Thornkel. I tried to find a picture for Thornkel that was him like towering over Thornfinn, but there really wasn't any pictures that described that without giving away spoilers.
Okay.
So, and Taco's
Looks kinda
back.
goofy.
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's 2-0 Thornkel right now.
I'm kind of back. My
Uh-huh.
Discord kind of shit the bed on me.
Oh. So, 2-0 for Thornkel.
I'll give him my vote.
Thornkel's getting your vote?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a 4-1 victory because he's getting my vote too.
Hey.
Thornkel gets the 4th vote.
Well,
Well,
Been shutouts.
well, Cope, who you voting for? It really don't matter, but
Jet Black. Not shot out. Not shot out.
so when me and Cope were making the bracket last night, we were both saying that, oh yeah, Jet Black's probably gonna win this.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely thought Jet Black was.
So this is
going.
definitely
Oh
a
man,
turn of
that's
events.
definitely.
So Thornkel wins 4-1, and the next matchup is a big one. Red Hair Shanks, captain of the Red Haired Pirates, versus Levi Ackerman, captain of his own squad in the Scouts Regiment.
That's not.
Hey, I'm gonna have to go with the man that can't clap, Shanks.
Honestly, I was looking at this vote last night when making the bracket, and I was like, by the time me and Cope got done, it was like I still don't know who I'm gonna pick in this one because I love both characters so much.
Right. I still don't know. I've been thinking about it all day. I still don't know.
Yeah, this
I don't know if I
one
can
has
vote
been
for
in the back of
someone
my
short
head.
me.
Shanks, I think, is 6'3".
You see, he's got
Let me see. I actually kind of want to see how tall he is.
It says he's 6'6.5". No.
Holy
Oh
crap!
man, he's a monster.
Holy crap!
He's a monster.
But that's, I
They
mean, that's
pulled that.
nothing compared to like other characters in that series.
Well, yeah, he's like
Right.
what, knee height
Right,
to
right.
Whitebeard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. And Thornkel is 7'7".
Oh,
I'm fact checking that now. How tall is Whitebeard?
Whitebeard is, I think he was 8 meters.
Nah, and he's not
oh
24
no,
feet
dude.
tall. Nah, you're lying.
No, actually, I think he's a little bit short because Big Mom's 8.8 meters. Kaido's like
Of
7.6 meters.
He's 666 centimeters tall. Or just under 22 feet tall. Jesus Christ.
So
Oh man.
he's like
Okay,
he's like 6 meters then.
This
like
is
6.5,
wild.
yeah, right there.
Yeah, Whitebeard is 21 feet 10 inches. And what is it in meters?
It'd be 6.66 meters because, you know, 1 meter to meter is 100.
Yeah. And Kaido is 7.1 meters. Queen is 6.1 meters. King is 6.1 meters as well. For people who don't know about Kaido, don't worry about King and Queen. You'll get there when you get there.
That was his name, Ors. I was trying to look up how tall this motherfucker was.
Ors Jr. was 60 meters, I believe.
I mean,
Ours is massive.
Ors is
Okay.
219 feet
I
tall.
can hear y'all now. Who's the vote?
So right now there's one vote for Shanks. It's
Fine.
Shanks versus Levi Ackerman.
I'm going Levi.
So that's another vote for Levi. Or one vote for Levi.
Oh,
Yeah, so Ors Jr. is 124 feet, and the funny thing is he's not actually a junior; he's a third. You can see it on his ship.
Really?
huh.
Yeah, if you look at the sail of Ors Jr.'s ship when he shows up the Marineford, you will see Ors 1, 2, 3, as in Ors the third.
Am I mistaken, or did they say he was the second in
No, so they
the
just-
dubbed version? I thought
They just call him
Oars
Junior.
Junior.
They just call him
Okay,
like they call him
okay.
Junior in the
No, that's my bad.
in the Japanese as well.
That's my mistake.
But the Ors that Gecko Moria had is actually Ors Junior.
Oh, okay.
Which means that
How
everyone.
big was that? Oh my god. How
Everyone-
big was Ors normal?
So normal Ors was probably around the same height as Ors Junior.
Oh, okay.
For the fact of Ors the third, or as we know him, Ors Junior. He is a full blown ogre, but he's not full grown because he's only
Okay.
been alive for like 100 years. And ancient giants are supposed to live upwards of like 600-700 years.
That makes sense. Yeah, so he's not even close to fully grown then.
And we know that Ors Gecko had died. It was while Gecko Moria was alive. or a little bit before. Kaido, I know Kaido, Roger, and Rox were all alive when the first Oars were introduced to Dies. So that makes it to where he could possibly be alive during the Void Century, but not necessarily. So that's what makes people believe that, and especially after seeing the sale of Oars Jr., part of the Whitebeard family, after seeing the sale and it's saying Oars the Third, it makes a lot of people speculate that the original Oars was actually a fighter in the Void Century. But here's my thing about Shanks. Freaking chapter 1, we get introduced to him, and I think it's episode 4 of the anime, when they do the Shanks backstory in the anime, but it's chapter 1 in the manga. And we just get shown to his badassery, like, immediately. He just looks at a freaking Sea King, and the Sea King's like, I'm not messing with you no more. No.
Wasn't that after he lost his arm though, or was that before?
That was so he lost his arm because he lost his arm saving Luffy from the lunge of the Sea King, and then when the Sea King reared up for a second lunge, Shanks gave him that look.
That's right. It's been a while since I've watched episode, whatever episode it was.
Yeah. So. Wait, we don't have Sage here tonight, so I know he's currently watching. Yeah. Taco, how far are you in One Piece?
I kind of watched bits and pieces of it with him. That's kind of about it.
Okay, so you're pretty much the same point. So, other topics that I would make, like his scar and how he scared off that Sea King, I can't say because of spoilers.
That's fair.
Even though I believe Skeletoni and Kush, you definitely know what it was.
Yep.
Skeletoni, I'm not 100% sure because I can't remember if he made it to the time skip or not.
I did not make it to the time skip, no. Although I have seen clips from post time skip, so I might have an idea.
So do you know of a certain power that starts with an H?
Yes, I do, and I'm pretty sure I knew that's what he did anyway. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just to show, like, everyone's like, oh, Oda didn't plan for hockey. He just needed a way to make Logia characters have a weakness. And it's like, bro, chapter 1, he has it. Like, was it planned to be that? Probably not. It was probably retcon, but he still had it done. Like,
hey, I mean, it works though in his favor.
There was an idea of. He even said in an interview, like he wanted to have some sort of willpower, strength because of how strong will is in One Piece. So he wanted to have some sort of willpower strength. He just didn't know how to go about it yet. And everyone says that the certain battle at Sabaody before the time skip, it's like, how did Rayleigh stop that? But the thing is, hockey isn't visible.
It's not, no. Unless you have the one Zoro has. That might be spoilers. My bad if I said anything I wasn't supposed to.
But the thing is, like, it's only that black so we can see it. So we know hockey's being used. But some people don't get that. Some people are like hockey is invisible. Anybody with
that would be it.
Yeah, it's like the powers in Demon Slayer. None of that fire and water and all that is actually there.
I don't know. Maybe the sun one's there because
possibly the sun one, but we
possible.
haven't gotten any exposition on that, and the series has been over for over 2 years.
That's true.
So, but yeah, with the hockey, it's like if you have observation hockey, you can tell if someone's using hockey. Like, you can tell if someone's using armament hockey. But other than that, it's invisible.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm going to vote for Shanks mainly because of some exposition that got revealed in Film Red and what's going to be happening in the manga shortly. So, I'm not going to say anything beyond that to not give any spoilers. But my vote's going to Shanks mainly because of what's coming. I know what's coming with Levi, and it doesn't compare.
I'm gonna vote Shanks simply because I like him better than Levi. I've seen a little bit from both.
And that's 3 votes for Shanks.
More.
I'm going Levi, just because
Pity
I've
vote.
seen more. No, not
Pity
pity
votes.
vote.
Down for the pity
Last
vote.
round.
Pity vote.
Last round was a pity vote. This round, this round, I'm actually choosing Levi just on the simple fact that one, I've watched more AOT than I have One Piece. I know more about Levi than I do Shanks, other than the ramble that Hen just went on. Thanks for the information, and also the information that he gave me whenever we decided to make this bracket. Like he said that night, this was going to be the hardest decision because one, they're both great characters.
Absolutely.
And it's funny
But-
with how little of Shanks we get.
Right.
Oh my goodness. That
Like-
was very surprising when I started my watch through.
Up to the time
I
skip.
thought there'd be more.
I'll only say up to the time skip. But up to the time skip, we get like a total of manga panels that would equal out to like not even a full chapter of Shanks.
Whoa.
And it doesn't increase much post time skip. But when he's there, he makes an impact in about 90% of his appearances.
Yep.
Which is a big thing. I think there's only one time where he doesn't really make an impact, and that was when Luffy got his first bounty post Arlong Park.
Mm.
And it's just him seeing the bounty the bounty poster. So Levi moves on to round 2 in a 3-2 victory. Next up, we got Renji Abadai from Bleach versus Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
This one's hard.
I'm gonna have to go with Renji, to be honest. He's an overall great character in general.
So this was one of the two matches that we actually had a problem like this one and the Thornkel matchup. Those four characters were like who are we gonna pair these guys up against? Like this was the thing that took the longest last night.
I mean, that's
It
reasonable.
was Friday night when we did that, I think. But yeah, it took the longest to do these two characters. Now, for me, Renji comes from one of like my top anime manga, and Roy Mustang is, in my opinion, a better overall character than Renji. This is hard.
Yeah, so this one's pretty tough.
This is another one that I've been contemplating the last 2 days. See, they both inspire the main characters. Renji does it as like a rival brother type character, to where Roy does it as this like asshole uncle character. But the thing is, I feel like Renji, like, he does care about Ichigo, but at the same time, he's like, if something happens, I can step in and back him up.
Yeah.
To where
It's like he cares to an extent.
yeah, to like where Roy like genuinely cares for the Elric brothers' well-being. Like if they get hurt, he doesn't show it, but he is genuinely concerned and worried if anything happens to them. And I gotta make it.
I'm gonna get with Roy.
Avoid for Roy. I'm gonna make a call out here. KillerCope has yet to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Which is a shame.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't call
that
me
would
either.
be the
I haven't
both,
either.
both killers.
Well, don't admit it if you don't want called out.
Listen, I'm gonna call myself out. No
I
one
don't
can call me
feel
out if I call
ashamed.
myself out.
You're
I
true.
just
You're true.
didn't get there.
You feel no shame, Dylan?
And it's funny because mine and
No, I just didn't get there.
mine and Skeletoni's
Oh.
president. It's like the president of our club. It's her favorite anime manga. That's the funniest thing. Like he's sitting there and he hasn't watched our president's favorite anime manga.
Yeah, but then we're also sitting here and she hasn't watched Bleach, so I mean,
Ouch.
Yeah, I mean, me and Skeletoni do share a number one.
I can't not vote Renji here simply because I have more exposure to him. Also, I mean,
Yeah,
come
I
on,
mean,
playing Bleach's own giant bone serpent sword.
yeah, I
Ugh.
mean, what's not to love, right?
Hihio Sabimaru.
I'm
Bro.
going Renji.
I cannot wait. I don't think it's going to be this core. It's probably going to be core 3 when Renji makes a big appearance. Someone say Killer. Did you say Renji?
Yeah.
So the thing with me again on this is like, so I have rewatched Bleach like 5 times.
Twice for me.
I've rewatched Full Metal like 3 times. I've read the entirety of Bleach manga twice, and I am in the middle of reading the Full Metal manga.
I'm still on my first watch through, as I just finished One Piece.
You didn't finish One Piece. Don't lie to yourself.
No, he's caught up to the dub, so he's like in the beginnings of like the middle of Act 1 of Wano.
You see, that's not finishing.
Finishing is where
no,
I'm
okay,
at.
to me, I am finished. I
There you go.
watched
Look,
dubs.
this most recent, like yesterday's episode was insane. Holy crap!
You seen that message about Luffy and Kaido right earlier?
Did you send that? You sent that me?
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
on Discord.
I
Oh
think I
my
know which one you're
goodness!
talking about.
About that punch.
Yes,
I don't want to
yes,
spoil
Cope.
for anybody.
Rock
Oh,
1,
yeah,
round 2.
it's-
Yeah, I'm like, I'm jotting down. I'm still doing what I did Friday.
Yeah, I see your message here, Kush. Oh,
Okay.
that's why I said I
Yeah.
wish you were fully caught up because it's like, oh.
Yeah.
So you're about to go to Udon.
So as far as what I know, I believe I am.
Yeah, you're about to go to the Udon prison. Like the do you watch did you watch the opening?
To be honest, no.
Okay. Because in the
Oh.
opening it shows Luffy up in his chains.
I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna have to.
It's a great song too. Over the Top is one of the best songs used for the Wano openings. Someone shit themselves.
No, that was my
That what it
chair.
sounded like.
It's fucking new. It's not even broken in yet.
So
Hey, break it in, buddy.
who hasn't voted yet? I know I haven't. And one other person.
I think
I've
have.
voted for Renji.
So Kush and Killer have voted.
I voted for Renji.
I voted for Roy.
Okay, so it's just Cope and me that haven't voted.
no, I voted Renji.
So it's 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like.
I guess I'll throw my vote at Roy. Because honestly, as a character, if this was like up against like Byakuya would have my vote. Or even Kenpachi, he would have my vote.
Kenpachi's amazing.
Yeah, so
See, this is why I'm sad no one voted for Kenpachi, and so we got Renji in here.
yeah, so basically what happened when the voting ended in the Discord was Renji and Byakuya were still tied. So I just switched my vote to get
Pulling
the
foot
winner.
kind of thing.
And then there was one other that was tied that I switched my vote on.
I think it was maybe probably Levi or Irvin.
Yeah, it was that one. Alright, next match we have Killua Zoldyck from Hunter x Hunter versus Shoto Todoroki from My Hero Academia.
This is another hard one.
So, my vote is going to Killua because the way his family arc is compared to Shoto's family arc,
Yeah, no, he got major daddy issues.
I love it. But another problem I ran into when trying to think about this vote was what we're currently getting in the Todoroki family. Like, the whole family arc for the Todoroki family is basically over in the manga, but it's just hitting its climax in the anime. It's a really good family development side arc, like background arc.
100%.
But I just feel like the interaction between the Zoldyck family and Gon hit on another level. There are moments in the Shoto one that top it.
Yeah, especially with like Dobby and everything else.
I wasn't going to say because I don't know where people are at because I know that got
Oh my
revealed this
goodness.
season.
Not gonna bother
That's
watching
so
it, but I knew
amazing.
that.
Like, that was insane. That was one of the moments that literally tops
Yeah, I did
anything,
not
for the,
even know.
anything for the Zoldyck family. But as a whole, the Zoldyck family arc is why it gets my vote. Plus, I think Lightning is a way more badass power than Fire and Ice. Because Fire and Ice is like that. I mean, all three are basic powers. But, like, you watch any fantasy anime, any anime where a character has powers, fire is in there.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning, you normally need to do some training on to be able to get. Like, in Naruto, like, you can have the lightning chakra nature, but doing lightning ninjutsu is extremely difficult.
Alright, I have a bias for fire powers from Avatar. Zuko and Iroh are way too cool.
Yeah, but that's an American cartoon.
I know.
It's an honorary anime. Because trust me, Zuko would be in one of these brackets without a doubt, and same with Iroh would be in the Sensei bracket without even needing a vote. Like, he'd just automatically be in it. If
I feel like we should put them in there anyway.
you think we should put Iroh in?
Absolutely.
Iroh and Zuko. Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. Avatar's kind of like that gray area kind of thing. It's like kind of like on the border.
I say it's more of an anime than it is a cartoon, only because yeah, it has those goofy moments, but it's way more serious than anything else.
It does have a lot of serious freaking stuff in it. But
Like, what kind of cartoon shows a skeleton in the first or second episode?
Oh, that's when when he returned to the to his village.
Yeah,
wasn't
to the
it?
Air Temple. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nuts. Just seeing that and seeing like knowing like what carnage ensued.
Yeah, like that's beyond cartoon right there,
Yeah,
in my opinion at least.
and then you have everything that happens in the Earth Kingdom,
Oh yeah,
and not to mention the final freaking fight, the final war.
it's so good.
Fantastic.
But that's the thing in that verse, fire is known to be the hardest bending to control. But what's the upgrade? What do you get when you upgrade your fire bending?
Lightning.
Exactly. Like that shows.
That's because at that point it's one step below energy bending though. That's why.
I think it's
that.
plasma, not energy.
Well, I'm saying it would be like energy is only available to the avatar, and then below that you have lightning as like the hardest thing to master.
I think there's also plasma in the fire tiers,
I think so.
but no one's ever achieved it.
That's if no one's good enough.
I think it's one of the fire dragon myths, like that the sun people who house the last two remaining dragons. I think it's one of the legends that they kept going through history. And what Zuko never even attained lightning bending. He was just able to redirect, but he wasn't actually able to bend it himself.
Right.
I think not an Avatar Airbender, but I'm pretty sure Korra he could. But no one likes Korra, so we don't talk about that.
I've only watched 3 episodes of Korra. Oh no, I watched more than 3. I got to where Korra joined the bending tournament thing.
It's been so long, and how much I don't like Korra. I don't even know
Like,
any of the story anymore.
The guy who used blood bending to take away people's bending, that's how far I got in Korra.
Oh yeah, that's not too far.
Yeah, I think that's still the first book of Korra.
I think so.
So I voted for Killua.
I'm voting for Shoto.
For Shoto.
Yes, sir.
Basically, what it boils down to is which child with daddy issues, or family issues at least.
Yeah, family, because with Killua, it's not too much dad issues, it's mom and brother issues.
I'll take daddy issues over fucking whole family issues.
But with Shoto, you kind of just get like a bit of everything, and then
Yeah.
like you already said, like the climax of the
That's
entire
true.
family arc, what it built up to, is nuts.
Mm-hmm. Because like it's
Yeah,
still
Shoto's
it's
not gonna-
like you have
right
you have the
there,
Dobby,
yeah.
which is like a pre-climax, but there's another
Yeah.
climax that isn't even animated yet.
Exactly.
And like that just actually no, it didn't wrap up. It's not. It's still going on. Like the main climax is still going on in the manga.
Huh.
I just
Yep.
remembered.
Yeah, so it's not even done yet.
Like 2 chapters ago was like insane with the whole family drama.
Yep.
I completely forgot about that one. Oh, I might have to switch my vote just because of that. But see, if we had Dobby in a
He
bracket,
would be a villain. That's a villain, though.
yeah, but he's still also a side character. Because I think
True.
for villains, for my hero, it would probably be All for One. I would have to say.
Well, we can technically for like the League of Villains as like a group.
We could,
go
but you have to remember
route.
who's pulling the strings on the League of Villains. We find that out
Sure.
Yeah.
like the second season
That's
or
true.
something.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he's using the League of Villains as pawns, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
Shigaraki's
That's it.
using them as pawns, but
Nothing.
Shigaraki's also being used as a pawn.
Yep.
It's like a whole
Yeah.
Aizen thing. Aizen with the Espada.
Yep.
Don't compare it to Aizen. Aizen was much more in depth.
What? Mhm.
You're not caught up on the manga, are you?
For My Hero, no.
Yeah. So I think I have a right to
It's
compare it to
nuts.
Aizen. When
I
it
get
comes to using people as pawns and like puppeting people, there's 3 people that come to mind instantly for me, and that's Aizen, Doflamingo, and All for One.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say
Ditto.
who my 4th is because that is a massive manga spoiler for a show that just aired last fall.
Which one?
Chainsaw.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So yeah, just be
All right.
prepared for that. So we got 1-1.
I'm going Shoto.
Shoto 2-1 for Shoto.
It's kind of ironic because you can even ask Taco over here. Actually, I don't even know. And if you've played on COD with me lately, but my screen name is Shota Todoroki.
See, here's another comparison between the two of them. Shoto's trying to rebuild his family.
Yep.
With Fuyumi. Killua is trying to disconnect. Like, if he would just listen to what his mom says and be the assassin that they want him to be, they would have a perfectly happy family. He's trying to get out of that. He doesn't want to be part of that. He's trying to leave the family type thing. So
Yep.
it's like, that's where his issues start to stem. And his dad's all for it. Like, his dad wants him to go out and learn things.
You're making this vote harder and harder for me to decide.
It's just with everything that happens with Shoto and
We
It's
try to make all these matches hard so we can actually like debate them, and it's not just like, oh, we're done in 20 minutes.
Right?
What was it? Last week, the first round
Not too
lasted about an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah.
Jeez.
Because the first round's where we're going to get all the debating and exposition, a lot of that out of the way. Second round, there's going to be, like, as the rounds progress, there's going to be debating still, but there's no, like, character exposition that needs to be done.
Yeah, you pretty much already know.
Yeah.
I think my vote's gonna go to Shoto.
And that is going to make Shoto
Yes,
win.
sir.
so that one was hard. It's just everything with what happens.
Yeah, and especially with what's soon to come, like that, it made it hard
Yep.
for me as well. So in the next round, this is
Oh,
another one
God.
that me and Killer thought was probably going to be a cakewalk, but now seeing what happened with the Thornkel Jet Black one, maybe
I'm
not.
dreading it.
We have
Uh,
Gohan from the Dragon Ball franchise versus Aki from Chainsaw Man.
All right, I'm gonna make my vote extremely fast. I'm going Gohan.
Ditto. Extremely, dude. Not a second thought.
Yeah, I didn't have to think too much about that one.
I'm gonna give my vote to Aki for one word and one word only. Cone. If you
What?
know, like, if you have the stream up, you'll see the picture he's doing. That's his summon for Kon, which is the Kitsune Devil. And whenever, it's just literally, he just makes the thing, puts it to his eye, and says Kon. And it is a badass whenever that happens. Like, when the stream concludes, I'll link y'all, like, just a clip of him doing it.
Okay.
So right now it is.
It is 2-1 for Gohan.
2 Gohan, 1 Aki.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You see, what age Gohan are we talking about? Are we talking about
So we are
like,
talking
adult
about
Gohan?
All of them. And
Gohan as a whole, from his introduction in Z as the little crybaby to the intellectual dad who is also a badass and a beast in superheroes.
Okay.
Say that new form in the movie's nuts.
It is, and I saw leaks of the new chapter.
Mhm.
They're all over freaking Twitter, the chapter leaks, especially, and One Piece chapter leaks, which sucks. I have to read the chapter. It came out today. I forgot to read it.
I've been waiting for Dragon Ball chapter to come out.
Apparently, Beast is going to make an appearance in Super soon.
Oh.
In the new story arc.
That'll be fun.
Because
Oh, boy.
Superheroes was canon.
The first Dragon Ball movie to be canon? What's
Yeah, I think
this?
it's the second one.
It's the second
That's
one.
right. No, Broly. That's right.
Yeah,
Broly was...
Broly
Yeah,
was
Broly.
canon.
Yeah.
wow,
Oh,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't Broly supposed to show up soon? I know that was
Broly
Broly
does.
shows up in Superheroes.
No, I meant like in the show itself. Like
the
in like
show.
manga. Like that's like
I
the rumor
think-
going around.
If I remember it, oh geez, this is like 100 chapters ago. Holy crap! Not even. There's only like 89 chapters.
Yeah, it's not too long.
Because I think chapter 60 something is where the 2015 adaptation goes to.
Yeah.
Broly. So superhero or Broly, the Dragon Ball Super Broly happens after the Tournament of Power.
Mhm.
I think he might show up in in the new chapter. He might show up in the new chapter.
Yeah, only thinking so because if you've seen the movie, he's I don't know. Has everyone seen the movie? I don't know if I can really say it.
I have not seen the movie, although I really want to.
All right, I'm not gonna say a thing then.
Yeah, it's,
Like, Dragon Ball was one of those first ones that was like, you know, like one of them early
Dude,
morning cartoons.
yeah, I
You'd
need
see one of those
Yeah.
things.
yeah, that Yu-Gi-Oh, Bakugan,
Yep.
Beyblade.
I have quite a bit of nostalgia for Dragon Ball, but I have not kept up with it.
So,
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything then.
yeah, he doesn't show up in the Granola arc or the
Nope.
what was the arc before that? What was the freaking guy's name?
Okay, where did you
Started
see
with
the
an
movie
S.
at? Did you just buy it? You just buy the movie? Or is it on, like, streaming platform?
I
Like,
don't
Funimation kind of thing?
don't think
It's not on there.
It's not on
there yet.
Funimation.
Okay, I got you.
Don't
I
think
know
it's
it's not
on.
on Crunchyroll yet.
It's not on Crunchyroll. Then it's not on anything else.
Oh, okay.
It's on YouTube. You can rent it on YouTube or just buy
Yep.
it outright on
Okay,
YouTube.
I got you.
Um,
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
yeah.
I know what I'm doing later.
Yeah, saying because there's that whole thing going around with Broly. I was kind of like, oh, this could line up with this because where he is with Goku and Vegeta in the movie. So
Yeah, like that gets shown at the end of at the end of the Broly movie.
mhm.
It gets shown that they took him there.
Yep.
He's a very sweet guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the last 2 story arcs of the manga, he did not show up.
Yeah, he didn't show up yet.
But he might show up in this new one.
Yeah, that's like the rumor going around that Broly's supposed to make his first appearance.
Because the funny thing is
I'm hoping
everything
so.
everything past Tournament of Power and Broly is all manga to anime. But everything up to the Tournament of Power
Mhm.
was all anime then manga.
Yeah, which is weird.
It's because they tried. So basically, Toei asked Toriyama if he wanted to do a continuing series because GT flopped,
Right.
and Toriyama's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, and they asked for permission to start a series. He said okay. They called it Dragon Ball Super and started releasing episodes. And Toriyama's like, this is actually good. Like, let's start a manga for this. And then it got taken off air for some reason I can't remember. And Toriyama's been supervising the manga because there's a new. He basically helps with storyboarding, but there's a new person who does the story and the art.
Oh, okay.
It's a team of 3 of them, not including assistants, and Toriyama is the supervisor, kind of like how Kishimoto is with Boruto.
Can they make Goku like smart again? That was.
No, he's a dumbass.
I miss.
I feel like he needs to
Goku
stay one.
from Z.
Like there's an episode in Super where Goku does this random match in the middle of a city, and he fake loses. I think it's to Satan.
Oh.
I think it's to Hercule
He
Satan.
picks up the trash.
He's like, oh, I forgot my tractor. He's just flying off holding a freaking 2-ton tractor.
My vote goes Gohan.
And that's the winning
Yes.
vote.
I just hold
Yeah.
Dragon Ball on old nostalgia view.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
I try.
I guess
try
I'll just
not-
top it off with my vote for Gohan too. So
So
Yeah.
Gohan
Not that I
wins.
don't like, not that I dislike Aki in any way. It's just,
No. It's
it's
just
it's Gohan.
How do you compare to Gohan? Like, it's hard, right?
so hard.
Difficult.
I mean, I know what happens in the manga because I'm fully caught up. Like part 2 of Chainsaw Man started this year or in 2022. I'm even caught up on the latest chapter of part 2. There's just so much stuff that's going on in Chainsaw Man, and I try to look past the nostalgia viewpoint on votes in this. But anyway, moving into a flashy battle, we have Aoi Todo from Jujutsu Kaisen versus Tengen Uzui from Demon Slayer.
Oh, you had to pick the 2 closest characters to do it for the last. And come on, that picture.
Yes, that picture. I had to use that picture for the main simple fact that I had a feeling Uzui was going to win the vote in the Discord. So I was like, okay, Uzui wins. He's going up against Todo. I need a picture that matches Uzui's flashiness. And that is the picture that first popped into my head. Like, that panel popped into my head.
So beautiful.
And they both have ponytails. They both have ponytails. And they are both beefcakes.
This one's tough.
So
I just finished watching Demon Slayer like not too long ago. Like catching up with the
It's
anime.
Uzui.
hey, remember that that rap battle I showed you, Skeletoni?
That was so good.
I showed that to Cope when we were making the bracket,
Oh, nice.
and he was dumbfounded by how much Ichigo killed Tanjiro. Anyone's wondering, go check it out. It is Tanjiro versus Ichigo by Rustage. It is a beautiful rap battle, and there's a clear-cut winner within the first verse from both Rustage and Connor Quest. But Uzui's fighting style, both their fighting styles are unique.
Oh, you
For sure. I think I gotta go Uzui.
Oh, okay.
Just said with everything that happens in that arc for Demon Slayer is insane.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. What Toto does in JJK is great.
The thing that is leaning me to Toto in this vote is, so Uzui, he states in the anime after the battle's done that he's going to retire. He's done.
Yeah.
And I'm not fully caught up on JJK, I've read through volume 18, which I believe is chapter 162.
So I haven't read any JJK, so.
And I think chapter 202 recently came out. So I'm a good 40 chapters behind. But the next arc that's coming out in season 2, because season 2 comes out this year.
Yeah.
Like, Toto's amazing.
Of course.
Always.
I think I'm gonna have to vote Toto because, in respects to their combat and their flashiness, they're like on par. But I think we get more with Toto than we do with Uzui, and I am extremely jealous of Uzui for his 3 wives. So I'm voting for
I'm
Toto.
gonna go with Uzui.
That's nothing. Do you think Uzui and Toto would be friends?
100%.
There's only one way to find out that question. It's, does he like tall women with a big ass?
That is a good question. And I think all 3 of his wives are on the shorter side. I think the tallest one is 5'4".
Well, that's a fight we gotta watch then.
But they
Right.
all got the right assets.
That's true. They're not tall.
They're not tall, so I wonder if Toto would make an exception.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I mean, we saw
I
what
mean,
he
he
did.
might, dude. You know, I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Looks
what
like Toto snapped for no reason.
what he did to Megumin for just saying Megumi saying I like personality.
You're boring.
He fucked.
You're boring.
He
Beats the
fucked
shit out of
Megumi
him.
up. And then you have Itadori, who knows nothing of Toto. They're just like, be careful what you say to him. That's all they gave him warning for. And Toto asks him the question, and it's like, oh, my long lost brother.
I cannot tell you how much I would watch a JJK spinoff of just Toto and Itadori as classmates in a normal ass school.
There is a
Yeah, I'd
spin-off.
watch that in a
Watch that.
heartbeat.
There is a spin-off light novel. And I have only read the first chapter so far, but I'm pretty sure that there is a chapter where Toto and Itadori hang out because it's Ashes of Summer Dust. It's the name of the light novel. Speaking of spin-offs, the Kush, I'll have to send you the TikTok, but
Okay.
it's basically like a One Piece slice of life trailer. I don't know if you've seen that. There's an actual manga for it.
No.
One Piece, just a slice of life with action in it.
Yeah, there's an actual freaking manga of it. It's literally it's like Whitebeard is a 3rd year.
Mm-hmm.
Like Luffy and the Straw Hats are all 1st years. The warlords are professors. Same with like
cool.
or is it the marine officers? I can't remember which one it is. Someone gave a full breakdown, but it's an actual freaking like webcomic.
That's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
And that was a legitimate trailer because they're gonna animate it themselves. Like they animated it themselves.
Amazing.
Like it looks so good. It looks amazing. Like they in the freaking like trailer thing they literally have Marineford War as being like a like you know the Japanese like school festivals where they like the sports festival. And the chicken. They're doing chicken and that's the Marineford War.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's
Oh my
beautiful
God.
imagery.
I'll have to just link it in the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
Like
I need
the
to see that.
the full thing. Like, oh, it is beautiful.
Oh, please do.
So Toto is losing with 1 vote, and Uzui is winning with 2 votes. Who has not voted yet?
I have not, because it's so damn hard to vote between these two.
This one was so tough.
I haven't voted either.
So we're waiting for Cope and Tony.
I do have a question. Since I had some technical difficulties, who all made it through so far?
So we have Jiraiya, Brock,
Okay.
Thornkel, Shanks, Renji, Shoto, and Gohan.
Okay.
And this is the last match of round 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I think while you're having technical difficulties, we just basically like discussed.
Yeah, we
I
tried to
gotcha.
give you a minute, and
Yeah, it was
Thanks.
like my Discord wasn't working. Nothing was
Yeah.
connecting. I was kind of like, I don't know what to do.
Right. Uh, oh.
I think my vote is going to go towards Uzui.
Uzui, so he takes the win. Cope, even though it don't matter,
Toto.
your vote would have been Toto.
No, Uzui.
Uzui.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that one was tough.
So Uzui
Absolutely love
wins
Toto.
4-1.
Great character, but Uzui
sure.
is just he's really good too. And I really love the whole like the swords chained together and using them.
That is really freaking cool. I do love that aspect about him. We are enjoy the slideshow of all the entries in this bracket while I get the next round situated. Even though it would be nice to just have an easy bracket, which, I mean, I could probably find somewhere to make a bracket with pictures and it's like a full bracket that shows the full screen and just move the
Right.
pictures. Like, for right now, we're basically just using a PowerPoint and using slides, but I think it works pretty well.
As well.
It gives some filler. It gives, instead of just having like the Discord up showing who's in the Discord, it shows like actual pictures of who we're actually debating.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm.
I'm
plus,
not sure if anyone saw what Sage said in the chat. But he said maybe put like the name of the characters and maybe the anime above or below the pictures, just in case we want to actually see it. And
Yeah.
like, maybe
I do introduce what their names are and what they're from. But yeah, that's a good idea because I know for week 5, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the. Are you doing like anime visual arts for the pictures, Cope, or are you gonna do like manga covers for that? Because basically
I have no idea.
for week 5 we're doing the top 16 and we're gonna start with mine. And basically I'm having Cope make the initial first 8 matches of the PowerPoint and then sending it to me. So it's like a complete like mystery, like what the matches are until that Sunday.
Oh, okay.
And that's basically like, because with you guys, you'll send me your top 16 and whatnot. And we're keeping like, it's going to be random matching, I believe, right, Killer?
Yes.
So it's going to be random matching, but he's going to have with it what number it is ranked in my ranking. So like if say Bleach is up against like Full Metal, it'll have 1 next to Bleach and whatever number I put Full Metal. I can't even remember. It was such a
Just
hard
flip the
list to
page.
make. It was such a hard list to make.
9.
9, so yeah, 1 versus 9, which isn't a typical first round match.
just with you mentioning your list, I just started cranking out my list, and I got 4 already because
Alright.
it's kind of got a very set taste. But those are the 4 that come to mind immediately, and now I have to like think, oh, what else do I watch, and do I actually like them, and then like rearrange them. It's gonna be terrible because I'm indecisive.
That's pretty much what I did when me and Killer had our call the other day about making this bracket. We got my 16 knocked out as well, and I think that actually took up more time than making this bracket. Which is funny.
About the same.
About the same. Well, we were on
About the
call
same.
for about an hour and a half or so. Or no, it was longer than that. It was like closer to 3 hours.
I got off at like
It was-
1:15.
Yeah, it was after 1. I know that, and we got on the call together like 11 something.
Damn.
I figured we'd have that set up just because it would make it easier for when week 5 actually comes around. All right. And we are back with match number 9, which is Jiraiya versus Brock.
This is pretty quick. I'm going Jiraiya.
Yeah, my vote's going Jiraiya as well.
I'm going Jiraiya.
Jiraiya.
And is Jiraiya going to win 5-0?
I'm going. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like a no-brainer.
Brock's pretty cool, but
Brock's
it's
great.
Jiraiya.
Yeah,
He's not old enough to be the pervy character that he is, man. Like, I don't get it.
it's really.
I think he's 15. Brock's 15 when he first shows up.
It's even worse.
Well, Officer Jenny is 18 or 19, and Nurse Joy, I believe, is 16.
So Brock's the Cougar champ.
In the original, that's in the Indigo League.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Brock is another one who his age actually fluctuates each series.
That's right.
Where Misty and Ash basically stay 10 all the way.
Yeah, Ash is 10 forever.
Brock has gone from 15 to 26 to 14 to 18 back to 15. It's like, what is going on with Brock? And the thing is, it's like Ash isn't re-meeting him. It's like it's still a continuation,
Which is really weird.
yeah. But
They
we
just
are
couldn't-
in the final season of Ash Ketchum's story.
Which is saddening.
It is, but apparently it's supposed to be like his kid.
That's what people think.
Interesting.
That the next two for Scarlet and Violet are his kids.
Yeah,
But-
because all
Interesting.
they have is visual art out because I don't think that anime is supposed to start till like 25.
Which is
I thought it
really
was next
weird.
year
Is
because
Ash
they were
somebody
gonna-
10 years old having kids?
Well, it
No,
does a
because
time
they were
skip.
giving Ash like I think 12 more episodes by the end of February, and then after that they were just gonna start working on the next series. And
Yeah, because
honestly, I have no clue.
episode
what they're gonna do with
4, I think episode 4 of the last part just recently dropped, and it's all like post league stuff.
I used to like the big thing that happened with Ash was he finally won the Pokemon League and stuff.
Yeah, I did
But
see that.
I haven't kept up with anything past like Indigo League and the original.
Yeah, I actually started rewatching all the Indigo League because I've watched up through like all the Gen 2 stuff, which I think is like season 4.
Yeah. So Indigo League is so great.
Yeah, and so I'm rewatching to watch it all. I think there's close to 2,000 episodes of Pokemon though,
It's a
Oh, yeah.
lot.
but it's so split up so weirdly. Like it's split up.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
You wouldn't
It's
even think it was that
technically
much.
not a continuous series, which is why One Piece takes the crown for that. And it's the same with like
Yep.
Detective Conan has episode 1058 just dropped of Detective Conan, but it's a new story every episode.
Mm-hmm.
To where,
Which is-
and that's the same with there's another anime that had episode 2583 just recently dropped. But that
It's a
one,
lot.
it's a new story it's like The Simpsons. It's a new story every episode.
Oh, okay.
One Piece is the longest single story running show.
That's because Oda's a mad lad.
Oda is the Goda. Like I set up volume 25 of One Piece on my desk next to me for the cam because it has Shanks on the cover. But for those cut up in the manga, you will know why this cover of this Skypiea volume is so important. So on the cover we have Luffy, Shanks, Buggy, and Whitebeard with Sengoku's goat. And if you're caught up in the manga, that means a lot, that cover happening so long ago.
Goat important?
The goat isn't.
Oh, okay. I'm confused as to why there's just a goat on the cover. I'm like, is the goat
But
important?
once Wano finishes and you guys finish watching Wano, you'll see why that cover is important.
So, you guys said you didn't watch all the way up through like Kalos and stuff, right? For like the later generations of Pokemon.
I have not gotten past Gen 2. No Gen 3 Pokemon I have ever seen on an episode.
Do you at least know about like Battle Bond, Greninja, and that?
Oh yeah, I play the freaking web browser Pokemon game and it has every freaking Pokemon Showdown. It has every form of everything that's ever been in the
I need to
games
ask
or
you.
anime.
How does Battle Bond Greninja lose to a Mega Charizard X?
I don't
Because
know.
that's why Ash lost the league.
How does an Onyx lose to a Pikachu with a lightning attack?
sprinklers?
Valid points.
Like,
It's the sprinklers, man. The
it
sprinklers.
makes no sense.
I think it makes perfect sense.
Ash has. I know last week we talked about Sailor Moon having like huge amounts of plot armor, but Ash Ketchum has the biggest plot armor in all of anime.
He's the main.
That is 100% true.
We have to run him dry through every new Pokemon game.
Like
That's not.
he has died. Like, granted, like Ichigo has technically died once.
Twice now, right? Or am I imagining?
No.
Oh man,
I'm trying to remember the manga.
So no, Ichigo hasn't died twice. Some people aren't caught up. Oh man.
But the thing is,
do we count what happened with Kenpachi in like Soul Society?
He did not.
No?
He did not die there. He was close
fully
to death.
die?
Oh, okay,
Yoruichi,
that's what you're talking
Yoruichi
about, then.
saved him. Are you in Hueco Mundo, Kush?
Okay, they just came out of Waco Mundo. Aizen's floating above the fake Karakuta town.
Okay. Who did
that
Ichigo
kind of
last
area.
fight?
He was literally about to fight the last one of them in Waco Mundo.
Ukiyoda?
I cannot remember his name.
Ukiyoda
I
Saifa?
believe so. It's
Did he? So he already fought Grimmjow.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So, Tony, I'm gonna message you actually.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Gotta find you. There you are.
I think I'm in some filler right now. Okay, so did it go pretty much from that to like some filler like 3 or 4 episodes after, or what? Because
Yeah. So
Are the swords coming to life? That's the answer. That's the
no.
easy
Okay. It's because
I think that's after the Hell Arc filler, which isn't none of the filler is filler anymore. Kubo has said all the filler is canon.
Oh, for real?
So,
Yes.
I always told people that the Bount arc was canon, and they didn't believe me.
Because the way that they did the filler for Bleach is it actually a lot of it makes sense in story progression.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs moved around. Like the
arc was
Zanpakuto
just
Rebellion arc just
worse.
needs moved,
Yeah.
and then it makes perfect sense in the plot.
Where is it supposed to take place?
Before the Arankar arc.
That
Before
makes so
what
much more
arc?
sense. Putting it there,
Yeah.
that makes so much more sense.
Whoa, before what arc? Should it be
So
before?
so you haven't gotten to it yet. It's called the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc.
That's when the swords come alive, basically.
Yeah. Seen that.
Yeah. So basically, the order that the filler is like it's not filler anymore, but still, it would go Soul Society, Bount, Zanpakuto Rebellion, Arankar.
It makes so much more sense.
That would be
That's the
a lot,
canon
yeah.
order.
Yeah, after you saying that makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
When does the
And
forget what it's called.
because of the one shot that came out on the 20th anniversary for Bleach, that 73-page long chapter, the Hell Arc episode and movie became canon.
Ooh.
And he said if the anime does good, he will continue the Hell Arc.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
But he can't do it right now, and he can't work on Volume 2 of Burn the Witch because he is hands-on every day for the Thousand Year Blood War arc anime.
Is he gonna continue Burn the Witch?
Yeah, that was always the plan.
I didn't know that. That's awesome. I loved that.
He's doing it differently, though. Like, the way he did Volume 1 was he had the whole volume ready. They had the anime ready, and they released it at the same time. And that's what he's doing with Volume 2 as well. He's taking his time. He's working on it diligently. But about a month after Volume 1 came out, he started Volume 2, and then the project for Bleach was getting started. Like, it got greenlit. It got greenlit in like 2017. It was greenlit for Thousand Year Blood War. They just didn't get the stuff started until like 2020, 2021.
Yeah. Well, because they had so much to do with it, honestly.
Oh yeah, and they had to wait for Akudama Drive to finish, because there's only 3 main animators on it, and all 3 of them were working on Akudama Drive, which is insanely good. I recommend that to anybody. I told Jocelyn about it to tell you about a preview anime in case we had a mess up.
Yeah.
Put Akudama Drive on there.
Okay.
Alright, let me finish this message to you so I don't spoil Kush.
Yeah.
Alright, I appreciate it. I'm like in the midst of watching, so.
I don't want to say spoilers. I love Bleach, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody because I want people to love it just as much as I do.
Oh, same.
Oh man, it's a great show.
I think I spoiled.
This is great.
I think I spoiled Cope because, like,
Bleach is fantastic.
I have to spoil Cope because it's the way me and him are when it comes to Bleach. But yeah, after that moment, Tony, I don't think another.
Yeah, after
happens.
that, yeah.
But I was telling them that when it comes to villains for Bleach, Aizen is a great choice, but then again, Aizen doesn't give the despair that a certain new villain does.
Yeah. Honestly, I love Bleach so much, but
so match 10, we have Thornkel versus Shanks. And
you already know.
I think I'm voting Shanks as well, so Shanks is winning with 2 votes right now. I look at these 2 characters. Another Shanks.
It's gonna be a quick match if my boy Shanks is in it. So.
Yeah, Shanks.
And it's 4 for Shanks.
oh jeez, I didn't even have time to think about it yet. I was thinking Battle of 2 Giants got 7-7 versus 6-6.
I mean, I look at these characters and I like them both, but there are characters I like more in Vinland Saga. It's just I couldn't nominate Askenlad because he is technically an antagonist. But when you're watching the first season, you'll see why he's an antagonist, and then when you start going through the season, you're like, why is this guy an antagonist again? So I couldn't use Askenlad for that, and then Thornfinn, of course, is the main character. So my next best guess from Vinland Saga was Thornkel, who is kind of the same as Askenlad, but Askenlad is depicted to be the main antagonist of the first season.
Okay.
So
I don't even need to vote. Honestly, it's already 4-1.
Just give your vote so we know who you would have picked.
I probably would have picked Shanks. I love Vikings, but Shanks is just really, really cool.
Yeah, that's the thing with me, which made it such a quick vote, is I love Shanks way more than I love Thornkel.
I also love pirates. I think I like Vikings more, but pirates are pretty damn cool too.
Especially One Piece pirates.
Absolutely. I think Buggy's great.
You're gonna love then what I meant about the cover of Volume 25 then once you get to that.
I think Buggy should be the main character.
Once you get the post Wano, and you get the new bounty posters, and all the new bounties and everything get revealed in post Wano, you're gonna come to appreciate the volume cover of Volume 25 and certain characters a lot more. Which, by certain characters, I mean the 4 characters on the cover of Volume 25.
Yeah.
So, in the next match, we have Renji Abarai versus Shoto Todoroki.
Oh, this is tough.
Bro, that's so tough for me. Both are great.
Me,
Both
I
are so
I was just
good.
about to say next matchup is just gonna be a bitch.
for me, I'm gonna have to vote Renji because I cannot. You put a Bleach character next to a My Hero character from me, and it's gonna be Bleach all day. Bleach is my number one. My Hero, I'm gonna get hate for this. My Hero, I think, barely makes my top 50.
Top 50?
I
Like
could even put it.
50?
I can even put it lower. I've seen over 800 animes. I've read over 90 series, and I can confidently say that yes, My Hero makes it in my top 100, but top 50 is kind of like maybe.
I have not watched that much.
And
but I
that's
can
that's
say-
me caught up.
No,
And going
dude, I
through all
don't
this
even
stuff.
know the name of 50 anime.
I think I have
I
like
know 50.
I think
I
I
know.
have like 70 scratched off on my 100 scratch off. Like if I count how many aren't scratched off right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Dude, oh my goodness, that's just a hard decision though. Like,
As tough as this is, I'm going Shoto.
So 34 are not
Dude,
34 are not
it's-
scratched off.
I have 100.
Like if you look at my anime list, I have like 600 freaking completed, like another 1,000 in plan to watch, and like 200 in my currently watching.
you know what, dude? I'm thinking about it, and to be honest, Shoto probably gets the win.
As tough
For my
as this is,
vote,
I
anyhow.
have to go Shoto.
So that's
So there's two Shoto.
2 Shoto,
One
1 Renji, and I think
Oh, whoa.
Skeletoni.
Ooh, Renji.
Okay, so we got 2 Renji.
Two Renji.
So Cope, you are the deciding vote.
Is it
why didn't I vote
Renji
early
or
in this? I don't wanna be the
Shoto, bro?
decider.
Renji or Shoto?
This one's tough.
I guess it depends on which person you like more. You know, the whole point of this entire thing is who do you like more.
Yeah.
Well,
Who do you think is the
I should
better
just
one out of the
have-
2 mainly?
I should just have Hen recap what he said in the first place.
For which one?
I'm going Renji
Renji?
because it's Bleach.
my.
So Renji
Which
takes
one?
the
We
win.
know Renji has the better eyebrows. Challenge me on that.
He
Okay,
has some
those aren't his
on
eyebrows.
it.
Those are tattoos.
I forgot they're
Yeah,
tattoos. They just-
same though.
He does.
They
He
both
actually.
Same. Tattooed his
he-
eyebrows on.
He basically So basically, it's in a data book what happened with his eyebrows. The tattoos go over where his eyebrows are naturally.
Okay.
Maybe he shaved his eyebrows to get the tattoo, or maybe the tattoo was just put over it. We don't know how that stuff works in the Soul Society because they are souls.
That's true.
Mm.
I always thought that his eyebrows just grew like that, and that it went into his hairline, and I just thought that was funny, so I kept going with it.
But that hairline though, that's worse than
That's a
That's worse than
that's a Vegeta
Sakura's.
level. That's a Vegeta level.
Oh my
right there.
god.
It's worse than
It's worse
Vegeta's.
than-
That's true.
What you're saying something because Vegeta's is horrible.
Yeah, like if
Yeah.
you look at a picture of Renji without his like visor or bandana, it is
Yeah, it's
Bad.
Atrocious. It's
Like-
atrocious.
like
oh,
if
it's
his
so bad.
if his hair was grown in to match like his full hairline, he has a bigger forehead than Sakura, and then you have his freaking cutbacks, which are worse than Vegeta's. The thing is, he can change his hair and regrow hair and do like hair supplements to grow it in
This
there.
is the perfect clip. This is
Maybe-
the perfect picture.
Vegeta
maybe
This is the
Vegeta
perfect
can't
picture.
because Saiyan's hair don't grow.
This is the perfect picture. That. Oh my god! Look at that.
Did you
Look
put
at
Did you
that.
put it in the chat?
Put it in the chamber. Yeah. That is horrendous.
I gotta see which one you used. Oh my god, yeah.
Horrendous. Vegeta. Oh my god! It's so much worse than Vegeta's. I just pulled up Vegeta. Oh my god.
That's saying something because it's just horrible.
Like here's a Vegeta for comparison.
Oh, I'm waiting for
Here's
it.
the Vegeta for comparison. It's so much worse.
Yeah, Renji says more of that M, like that Majin M, than Vegeta does. Vegeta's more like a McDonald's.
He's got the gold narcissism.
Yeah.
Renji's got the sharp end.
They're both pretty bad, but I think if I had to choose which character's hair I had, I would probably choose Vegeta's over Renji's.
Vegeta's all day.
Like, that's just, oh my god.
That is something else.
So Renji wins 3-2. Going into the final match of round 2, Gohan versus Uzui.
Okay, again, I'm gonna go biased. I'm going Gohan.
Going Gohan.
Super biased.
See, I'm voting Uzui because Gohan, once he hits, like, post-Cell Saga and, like, halfway through the Buu Saga, like, his character reaches just a max point. And, like, there's no new character development out of him. Not there really isn't a
Until
need.
Super.
There really, I mean,
Like-
not even in Super. Super, he goes to the Tournament of Power, but that's about it.
Yeah, you're right there.
He doesn't get much
Yeah,
growth. Like, after
that's-
Pan's
I
born,
guess.
and he's with Videl, there's really not much growth from him.
I
Uzui,
agree with that, honestly.
Uzui does have more growth than him,
Yeah.
and without spoiling anything in the manga, he still does grow, even though he retired.
Always room for growth.
But Gohan, it seems there isn't room for growth, which kind of sucks in a way because it'd be cool to see him grow a little bit more because he's not the best dad. He shuts himself inside his study. I mean, I think from the looks of it, Pan knows Piccolo better than Gohan, just how Gohan knew Piccolo better than Goku.
It's just another repeat. It's like
Yeah.
Gohan and
Yeah, his
Goku.
parenting skills are right.
And I mean, he does show more love to Videl than Goku does to Chi-Chi. I will give him that.
That's because Goku was made into a dumb brick. Old Goku was better with that.
So, I gotta vote for Uzui just for the fact that he's already, like, when he gets introduced, he's a flashy, awesome character. He's a great in battle, and he still has more room to grow, and he continues to grow, even though he's not really in the story because he retired. Like, this next arc coming up, the Swordsmith Village arc, there is a training arc, and that's about all I will say, not to spoil anything.
Alright.
I believe
I
that
got
comes
that.
out, what, a couple days? Or is it already out?
No, that doesn't come till, I think, March or April.
Oh, no, I kept seeing stuff like Demon Slayer is in X amount of days.
That, I know AOT
Oh.
starts March 3rd or 4th.
Just Googled it. That's a quick Google search. It says April 2023.
Yeah, it doesn't even have an official date, where AOT has, like, an official day set, which I think it's in the first week of March.
It says it's an
Yeah,
hour
it's like-
premiere, too.
Yeah,
there was
that
one
is
of the first
something I
week
saw.
in March, and then the second part of the last of it is in like the end of the year. So they
What-
split it in half again.
Yeah, they're calling it Part 3, Part 1, and Part 3, Part 2, instead of just calling it Part 3 and Part 4.
They should just have it as separate seasons at this point.
They really should, but they wanted to get that hype of the final season because we're going overseas, we're going to Marley, we're exploring the world.
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
it makes total sense why they did it.
So what they tried to do is they tried to do what the manga did. The manga, like, even on the box sets, and the box sets were coming out before, like, season 2
Right.
started. The box sets say, like, which season. And for season 4, there's only 2 box sets: season 4 part 1, season 4 part 2. They want to try to keep it consistent with the box
Right.
sets, but there's so much info and data dumping in the final season that they couldn't condense it to 2 parts of anime, and they wanted to keep it with that with the same amount of seasons that the manga has.
I mean, it makes sense.
So
Yeah,
So
I think
read
it's
the manga
a little
AOT.
silly.
So I mean,
I do think it's a little silly too, but they're I mean, they
it's like
are
they're just
milking it.
overdoing it.
They are milking
It's
it,
like-
but
Gets views.
it does. It's. I mean, this last season, the stuff that hasn't come out yet does live up to the hype still. Like it.
Always.
I mean, the ending,
The ending
That's what
is
everyone
still,
says, though.
I
yeah,
hope-
the
I
ending.
So, what I actually read a theory about this, and it's from a huge manga theorist in Japan. Everyone knows how Aaron's powers work with the memories.
Yes.
Right.
a lot of people are theorizing that the manga has its ending, and anime, and that's just one of the versions that it could be from Aaron looking into the future. The anime
If
ending is
they
going to
do
be
something like
different.
that, that's crazy.
That would be a nice way to make it
That
a twist to it.
it would, because it'd be an anime only ending. It would fix the rushed ending of the manga.
I mean, I'm with that 100%
And
because the manga ending is rough.
It works because of Aaron's powers. It's like, hey, you saw the ending in the manga.
Exactly.
Aaron saw it too. He did something different.
Changed that. Yeah.
Yeah, he just changed it completely.
Like, that makes a lot of sense, and it'd be really cool to see that happen.
The manga ending is so like.
It's
not
rough.
great.
It's the last.
It's
the
not
last
great.
two. I think it's only the last chapter that it really sucks. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
because the rest of it, amazing.
you can make the argument for the second. That,
So it just goes downhill.
I mean, up until like the last two chapters, AOT is constantly building off itself and getting better and better and better.
Like, it is. It's one of my favorites.
It didn't make my top 16, and I think that's because of the biases of the manga.
I mean, if
Rating
they
it.
switch the ending in the anime versus the manga,
Oh,
then that gets
it will easily
so
reach. It'll easily get into my tops, at least my top 25, top 16. It'll easily get into if they do that manga split.
yeah, that would be nuts.
Another one that has a poor ending is Demon Slayer. That one's rough too. But it's another one that did get
I
rushed.
didn't read that one.
It's another one that did get rushed. And I think
Oh,
that,
All these great shows getting rushed endings, man. It's sad.
I mean, if you look up like what it's like being a mangaka,
It's horrible.
rough. And the only ones who are really clear of that rushing and that ugliness is Oda. Used to be Kishimoto. He had all the time in the world for that war arc, but he screwed the pooch. Now he's getting, now being a supervisor, he's rushing the hell out of his two guys, which is why I think Boruto is being bleh, and the manga looks crappy for being a monthly manga.
Oh, speaking of Boruto, I just watched Naruto get stepped on by Delta right before the podcast.
Oh, that's actually a good fight. That is a canon fight.
I paused right at that point, like literally right at that point.
That is a great fight.
Like
yeah,
the show is weak.
Tight Kubo.
It's great.
It's dude. To be honest, it's weak, but like you know,
I dropped it. I dropped Boruto. I just read the manga now.
So the fights are good.
I'm
about it.
watching it mainly to see Naruto be ass. Okay, because
I mean,
that's just it.
once you hit the final battle with Karma, that's the
Yeah.
name. Once you hit that final battle, it's like I lost all interest in watching it, and I just read the manga now.
I never really got into Naruto, and I just heard that Boruto's worse, and I'm like, oh yeah.
It's awful.
No, I love
It is-
Naruto,
it is-
but the Boruto is
Boruto is 90% filler. The first episode is
yeah.
the first episode is the final chapter of OG Naruto, chapter 700.
Yep.
And then it goes into like 40 filler episodes.
Hey, so wouldn't it be great if we seen like on the last episode of Boruto, like just Madara's eyes talking about? So that was your dream, Naruto?
That would
I
make
hope
it
that's what it is. I hope that's what it is.
Bro,
Or
That
that
would
was just
be
a dream
amazing.
the whole time.
bro, that would be so amazing.
Just a dream.
Like I would not be mine.
Raging Sage actually mentioned that to me the other day. That's where I got the idea. But yeah, I'm like, that would be great.
I would not mind that happening. I would
No, yeah.
I would not mind that being spoiled to me because
That
then
would
I
make
binge
it bearable.
Boruto. I would binge Boruto just to see that moment.
Yep.
Yeah, just to see it, just to see Naruto's dream.
And then see it go back
About the
back
shots.
to the war
Yeah.
arc, and like the war arc gets fixed, and it was actually
Mhm.
and it was actually Madara who's the final villain, and everything with Kaguya was part of the dream as well.
Yeah, part of the
That would
dream,
be
all that.
nuts.
Yeah, that would be so.
Otsutsuki's don't exist. Like that was just part of the
That would
dream.
be insane.
So what about the Sage of Six Paths? How's that happening? Is that just
Well,
part
he-
of
he
the
is-
dream?
he-
Like that isn't even a.
So Otsutsuki's didn't exist until like a week before Kaguya was introduced.
Right.
Hagoromo was just the Sage of Six Paths, the founder of ninjutsu.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even know
Like
anything.
you knew about the Sage of
Okay.
Six Paths in the OG.
But that was about it.
Naruto.
Nothing more. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just rumor, theories,
Because
nothing more.
the tailed beasts were always a thing in Naruto. It was always planned to be a thing in Naruto. Hagoromo was the one who made them into the 10-tailed beast. Or the 9-tailed beast.
Yeah.
And so that would always stay there, but everything with Otsutsuki, Kaguya, Ishin, all that was basically a
Not
last
gonna be
minute
there.
thing because Kishimoto admitted he made Madara too powerful. Even
What
though
did
I
Goku
mean,
do?
it's
Even though-
Madara that...
even though
Kage
Night Guy just blew him out of the like. If it wasn't for
Yeah.
the detriment of the 8th gate, Night Guy
Yep.
would have won that fight hands down, not needing Naruto or Sasuke.
Yeah, no question. He would have beat Madara to death.
So I feel like Naruto and Sasuke would have won that fight just with the 6th stage chakra, and they didn't need the whole plot point
All
of
the extra
killing
anything.
Madara and bringing out Kaguya.
Yeah.
Now, granted, introducing the Ototsukis did give us probably one of the best, I would say, top 5 anime movies ever. And that was Naruto the
Okay. So the fact of him and Kaguya, right, when they were fighting that sexy jutsu, dude, that was
last.
just
Oh my god, that was hilarious. I love
oh wow.
that. Sakura's inner dialogue, like, that might work on someone
Yeah.
with me, but not someone as godly as her. It worked!
Right. Right.
So one of Sakura's best
Kakashi's
moments.
just
One of
sitting
Sakura's
there
best
all-
moments.
all-
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Tonari, I think Tonari
Nah.
Otsutsuki was the guy on the moon in Naruto the Last.
Mhm.
But that is
I believe
a
so.
top 5 anime movie for me. So back to the bracket.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
We got Gohan versus Uzui.
How do we get here? How do we get to Naruto from these two?
Endings. Manga endings.
That's
Yeah, we hit AOT and everywhere else.
We went AOT, Demon
Yeah,
Slayer,
might
and
as
Naruto.
Might as well jump around a little
I
bit,
think
guys, right?
we
I mean,
got to it
Really?
because we're talking about mangaka getting rushed. And
That's right.
one point I did want to bring up is Tite Kubo was rushed for the 1,000-Year Blood War. He's getting his redemption with the anime, and they are no longer. Shueisha is no longer rushing Tite Kubo.
Oh,
They're
thank God.
they're actually treating Tite Kubo like Oda, like a member of the Big Three, a
They're
mangaka.
giving him respect.
Yes,
Great. When did that happen? What? When did that
that
happen?
happened when they originally greenlit the 1,000-Year Blood War program back in 17. That's how he was able to take so long on Burn the Witch and release it all as one volume instead of chapter by chapter.
Right. It's crazy. When you actually give your damn artists time to do things, they actually produce quality material.
I know, Burn the Witch was amazing.
Yeah, really.
And
That was amazing. I love
the
that.
new season of Bleach is like, oh my, it should win Anime of the Year, but it was not put up for Anime of the Year.
I'm kind of pissed at
Yeah,
that.
same.
but, you know.
It's insanely good.
Yeah, but yeah, Oda ever since Enies Lobby and Marineford, Shueisha has never bothered him with time. I mean, I think that like we rarely get any filler. Did I lose audio?
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh, there we go. I thought I lost audio. But yeah, we post time skip. There's like hardly any filler.
And even if there was, you can just write it off as it's just like a kooky adventure that they were having.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about One Piece too. But if you look at the percentages, like everyone's like, "Oh, One Piece has 10% filler," and it's like,
Mhm.
out of 1,000 episodes, that's not bad.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's
not
Yeah.
bad at all.
No.
Compared
That's-
to
yeah, that's
seven,
really good,
720 episodes of Naruto with 47% filler.
Yeah,
Oh
dude,
my
I was about to
God.
say a majority of Naruto, or at least it seemed
Oh,
when
so
watching,
part
a
one-
majority would be fillers.
Part
So
1
crazy.
Naruto, there's a couple tiny filler arcs here and there, but once you get to episode 135, from 136 to 220 is all filler.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
You can go from episode 135 of OG Naruto to episode 1 of Shippuden.
That's great. For real? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
which is nuts.
That's why a lot.
Yeah, it's
that's
just
why.
a one long.
That's why a lot of anime are
Sorry.
going seasonal, because a lot of people aren't watching these long running ones because they catch up to the manga
Filler.
and you get filler. Like Boruto has 90% filler.
That's
Oh
disgusting.
yeah,
That's
it is.
horrendous.
It's so horrible, dude.
There's
It
only
is
there's
like-
only
with the
70 there's only 70 chapters in the manga. And
I
it's a
couldn't imagine
monthly
trying to make
manga.
that. I couldn't imagine trying to make that a monthly with how little material there is.
I know it should
No, dude,
it should be a
it's
seasonal,
horrible.
but they wanted to get it started right away because of all the hype with the end of Naruto. So they had they saved the last chapter of Naruto for the first episode of Boruto, and then they just went straight into filler.
Horrendous.
Exactly. Like I would rather see like, and now if it was filler about like during the 20-year time skip when like Naruto becoming Hokage and whatnot, which
If it was relevant filler,
there
that
are-
would be acceptable, man. But it's
There is, like-
half of it's not relevant.
there's like 2 episodes in that first 40 episodes that like show like Naruto's inauguration.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's all Boruto going through the academy. The first chapter of Boruto is when they're on their first mission.
So
Damn.
what had me with Boruto, okay, is whenever they were doing the exams and Naruto straight up jumped in, I'm disappointed at you for being, you know, a cheater, da da da, whatever. You
Yeah.
know?
Like the tuning,
Yeah,
leading
there's-
up to the tuning exams is like the first chapter of Boruto.
Mm.
But that was a great moment, and then the fight that ensued after that.
Oh, the
Yeah.
fights are fantastic in the show. It's just
No,
everything else about
The,
it's
the
not great.
the Momoshiki fight was amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
And we went off topic again.
And we did it again.
Yep. You know, I don't blame it.
This is the madness.
I vote Uzui. There.
Hey, that's 2 votes for Uzui, 1 vote for Gohan.
I got
Go on.
So is that
Tied up again.
Me and Taco have Gohan.
all right? And is it Cope being the deciding vote again?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Homeboy's
Um,
always last. He likes being decider, don't you, buddy?
I just enjoy listening to everybody, and then yeah.
Well, I'm glad you like hearing my voice, buddy.
Yeah, same.
So-
I know my voice sounds like shit.
You damn right it does. I'm going Gohan.
Gohan, and Gohan wins 3-2 over the
Biased
Flash,
opinion.
over the flashy god of performances, Uzui.
Oh,
I
don't
can't be here anymore. I have to leave. I'm sorry.
I mean, the Great Saiyaman, that was pretty flashy, man.
I do.
I agree.
I mean,
Not Gohan.
I don't
Not
think.
Gohan. That's great Saiyaman.
Yeah, that's great. That's Saiyaman. But I don't think.
That's not
I
Gohan.
mean,
I don't think-
is that not technically?
I don't know. In Super, it shows him dressing up as him every day, though.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
I
think.
mean,
I don't think his
There was a whole great
flashiness.
Sandman movie.
I don't-
That's a guy that looks like Gohan dressing up as Great Saiyaman. All right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not Gohan.
just Gohan's twin, his doppelganger.
Remember,
man.
remember, Gohan is the
Twice
golden
is in the
boy.
wrong universe now.
Oh, this next one's gonna be rough. Oh, dude, I just realized the semifinals is the big 3 and their dad.
That's
Oh.
good. That is.
Oh
good.
my god, I can't believe this is. Last
That-
week, I don't think we got this
I
last
told
week.
you it was gonna happen.
I don't think we got this last week because we didn't have Dragon Ball last week,
No.
and Naruto was knocked out in the first round last week.
Yeah. The worst character except Tintin.
It was Bleach versus freaking One Piece in the final, which can possibly happen again.
Okay, so as discussed earlier, give me just 1 second.
Oh my god. Chill out
I'm
with
on deaf.
Oh boy, this is gonna be
Oh,
a
that
tough one.
semifinal.
tough battle always.
Jiraiya versus
Oh, God.
That is. Oh man.
That's hard.
I'm gonna get my vote out of the way here now. I'm voting Shanks.
Oh, that one's tough.
So the rest of you four are gonna have fun with this one.
I'm not gonna make it any better. I'm voting Jiraiya.
Alright, sorry about that.
Come on.
So
Who is it?
so Kush, it is
Jiraiya
Jiraiya versus Shanks. I voted Shanks.
Oh my goodness, I'm going Shanks. 100%.
Okay.
Jiraiya has to take that on my vote.
2 votes Shanks, 1 vote Jiraiya, and all that's left is Taco and Skeletoni.
This one's so tough.
It really is. Because they're both inspiring characters as well.
I am not looking forward to next round.
Because everything about Jiraiya is so impactful on the Naruto, and it's same thing with Shanks and Luffy.
Yeah.
It's so.
Shanks is Luffy's real dad. Changed my mind.
I mean, he might as well, then he gave up his
At this
arm
point,
for
he
him,
is.
right? Like,
This one,
this is enough
Dude,
said. He gave his
dude.
arm up for Luffy. Oh, wow.
Oh, I can't even say it because it's One Piece Film Red spoilers.
Oh, no spoilers, bro.
Ah.
you can say wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We'll get the hint.
But what I can say about Dragon, though, because I know Skeletoni has been introduced to Dragon.
Yes.
There's been theories going around that Dragon is actually Garp's son-in-law, and he took the monkey name from his wife.
Interesting. That would be. Ooh.
And the only person who might know this character is Kush, but Rox, people did theorize that Dragon is Rock's son. And that's why he still has a D in his name.
How do you spell rocks?
I think it's ROX or ROCX.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, it was like if it was ROCS, it'd be like, oh, cool. It's like a joke with the bird, like the mythological bird rock, but it's not. Sadly.
Let me check on that because I
'Cause
know
if it's a joke with that mythological bird,
I know
like,
Oda
kinda
loves
like
Oda loves putting his mythology into it. I mean, I
That-
can't say it.
that'd
That's
make so much-
that's in chapter 1073. I can't say it. The ancient weapons. There, I can say that. Those have been introduced.
Okay.
Ancient weapons. They're planets or Greek and Roman god names.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, but if it's a mythology thing, like I can absolutely see that being true.
So, no, it is ROCKS. It is the normal spelling of rocks.
Dang.
But I can't even say like some of the people that were on his crew because that's like. I know Kush knows who was on his crew.
On whose crew?
Roxy Zebek.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Here, I can say this: three Yonko were on his crew. I'll say that.
Jeez. That's crazy.
It was known to be the strongest crew in the entire world, and it took Garp and Roger together to defeat them.
Dang.
And I think that's where Shanks was found.
Oh, so we know like literally nothing about Shanks then, pretty much, like about his past.
Shanks. So basically, everyone knows he was on the Pirate King's crew.
Yeah.
That's pretty much his entire past. Now,
okay.
up until Roger's execution to him meeting Luffy, we know one little smidgen, and that's from Film Red. But other than that, we know nothing from the point where he left Roger's crew to meeting Luffy.
Okay.
Which is a good, 10, 15 years.
Yeah, there's a lot to happen in that.
No, that's No, because it's 22 years from post-time skip is when Roger was executed. So it's only 5-10 years that we don't know about Shanks.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. Give me just one moment. When I get back, just let me know who
All right.
we're voting for.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, in the fight against Rocks, that's where Shanks gets found by Roger. Which is bringing up a lot of theories, and some of those theories got confirmed with Film Red. I'll say that.
Okay.
Like, his last name was confirmed. And
You mean there's more than just Shanks? I don't believe that.
yeah. It got confirmed what his last name was, what significance his last name holds, and where the fight happened, and what that place was before it got erased.
Okay. Seems like I need to catch up on One Piece and watch the movie.
Yeah, so in the actual anime manga, it's where we find out about Shanks being picked up there, what the name of the place was that the battle happened at, and what the significance of the place was. Film Red is where we find out Shanks' surname.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
There goes all my free time during summer vacation, catching up on One Piece.
Yeah, and
I guess I'm going with my vote for Jiraiya.
Oh no, I'm the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I think by time summer vacation comes around, I think you should be all set to watch Film Red. Whether or not it's going to be on streaming services or out to buy, I don't know.
I want to feel like it's going to be streaming services at the same time they do purchasing.
Yeah.
Only because they usually do that.
Don't. Well, they haven't recently because the third My Hero movie isn't on any streaming platform yet.
My bad, guys.
But the movie's
disappearing like that.
Been out on DVD for like 2 months now.
Yep.
Okay. Have I missed anything too major or?
Taco voted for Jiraiya.
Right now.
Okay.
We're at a tie that I must now break, and I'm undecided.
It's very difficult, but I had to be biased to One Piece because it is my favorite show, and
so because of what?
Also the character. It's the character is Shanks itself is probably top 3 characters for me.
If you look
One
at
Piece itself.
The top 3 mysteries of One Piece, you have the Void Sentry, a certain something with names, which I believe Tony knows that, and same with Kush. Kush definitely knows it.
I might. Depends on what that certain something is.
The D.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and Shanks. Those are the 3 top mysteries of One Piece.
You know of somebody's smiley face and sad face on his head? Like the meaning
he knows Alabasta.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
But he has... Do you know what happened at the end of Marineford?
No.
Okay, then don't tell him, Kush.
Okay.
We'll wait till...
The last thing I watched would have been Thriller Bark. So...
Thriller Bark? Oh, so nothing happened?
Like, that's the last thing I've watched, so I have to watch through Say Body and all of that. But I do know bits and pieces from beyond that.
Sabaody, Amazon Lily, Impel Down, then Marineford.
Jesus Christ! I still
Impel Down.
So
Sabaody.
Sabaody is pretty quick. So is Amazon Lily. Impel Down is like medium size.
It's amazing.
Marineford is massive, but not as massive as Dressrosa, which is like 3 arcs after that.
Oh, dude!
But that's the funny thing. Dressrosa. So you look at Dressrosa compared to like Sabaody, or even Return to Sabaody, because Return to Sabaody is even shorter. You look at Dressrosa versus Return to Sabaody, and Wano makes Dressrosa look like Return to Sabaody compared to Dressrosa.
Oh, jeez.
Wano started in 2017 in the manga.
Stop! You're lying.
No, wait, hold up, hold up.
One Piece just goes on forever. It's never gonna end.
Let me bring up the Library of Ohara.
We'll be dead by the time One Piece is done.
Yeah, probably. My kid will be watching One Piece, and I don't even
Have you watched One Piece? Yes. What episode are they on? Episode
One
3000.
Piece story arcs and sagas.
What?
So you have
We're only
the
halfway
entire
done.
East Blue saga from Dawn Island, where we first meet Luffy, which is only one chapter, all the way down to Logue Town. So right when they get to Reverse Mountain is 101 chapters. The Alabasta saga, everything from Reverse Mountain to the end of Alabasta, was 117 chapters. Sky Island, so Jaya and Skypiea, was 85 chapters.
Okay.
Water 7, Enies Lobby, which was Long Ring Longland, which was what everyone thought was filler until they saw it in the manga.
Yeah.
Water 7, Enies Lobby, and the post Enies Lobby is 138 chapters. The Thriller Bark saga, which is just Thriller Bark, is 49 chapters.
See, I thought Thriller Bark was decently long, but apparently I'm just actually dumb.
It's small. It is the smallest saga pre-time skip. Then you have the Summit War saga, which is Sabaody Archipelago, Amazon Lily, Impel Down, Marineford, and Post Marineford, which is 107 chapters. That's everything leading up. That's the rest of the stuff leading up to the time skip.
Okay.
Post time skip, the smallest arc is Punk Hazard at 46, which is but the first saga is Fishman Island, which is Sabaody Archipelago, Return to Sabaody, and Fishman Island. Then you have the Punk Hazard saga, which everyone actually lumps it in with Dressrosa, calling it the Dofi saga. Which, if that's the case, if we're doing it that way, it's Punk Hazard and Dressrosa, which is 148 chapters. Then you have the Zoe saga, which everyone puts in as the Yonko saga, which would include Whole Cake and Wano. But it's better to differentiate them as 3 separate sagas. Zoe was 21 chapters. Whole Cake was 86 chapters. And as of chapter 1054, which is the end of Wano, I believe. 1054 is, I believe, is the end of Wano for chapter wise. That is 146 chapters.
Oh wow. Yeah. So. Whew.
The next closest thing is Water 7 Enies Lobby.
Holy cow.
And that is 4 different arcs to where Wano is one arc.
Jeez, man. Wow.
And it
You have a journey when.
Oh, here's the dates.
It's a whole journey.
I think, is this the dates? No, it is not. So here's the episode. So the East Blue Saga is 54 episodes. Alabasta is 74. Skypiea is 52. Water 7 Enies Lobby is 110. Thriller Bark is 45. Summit War or Marineford is 122. Fishman is 57. Punk Hazard is 46. There's the same amount of episodes as there are chapters. Dressrosa is 118 episodes. Zoe is 29 episodes. Whole Cake is 107. And as of episode 1015, I think this is updated to. No, up to episode 1000.
Oh, so it's still even a little old. Okay.
It's 137 episodes. And that's only up to episode 1000, and there's 46 more episodes.
Wow.
There's almost 200 episodes of Wano Kuni.
Jeez.
Now, Ohara...
Got a chock full summer, I guess.
Our tour doesn't have the start date, so... Wano... Arc... Start. It started with chapter 909 in the manga, which... When did that release? Chapter 909 of the manga released... The volume it released in July 2nd of 2018.
Oh man,
Oh no, the chapter was in 2018.
Oh man.
that's so long ago.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
longest arc
The-
in all of One Piece.
And we're what, only a quarter through?
We are almost done.
No, I mean with One Piece story.
We are where the final saga started.
Oh, okay.
The arc after the arc after Wano is the first arc of the final saga.
Oh, okay. So
Oda said at Jump
we're wrapping
Festa.
up.
Oda said at Jump Festa back in December that it should be about 5-6 years and the story will be over.
Okay, so it's beginning to wrap it up then.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my god. And One Piece started what? Back in like
1997 is when the manga
90.
I
started.
mean the anime though. That's like what?
99.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. I love the 30-year-long anime.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
anime is gonna break 30
Good to
years.
know I'm as old as One Piece. Good to know.
The
Good to
anime
know
Yeah,
One Piece is
really.
older than me.
the anime is gonna break 30 years. The manga, I think he wants to try to end it by the 30th anniversary.
Nice.
That would be a good ending
Jesus
on the
Christ,
30th
One Piece is older than me.
anniversary. That'd be cool.
Yeah, the story itself is 2 years older than me.
Anime is
The anime is the same age as
4
actually.
years
The
older than me.
anime is several months younger than me because I believe it started in November of '99.
I am 4 years younger than that anime. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, you are the baby of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm the baby of everywhere, man. I don't know who else is like
Dude.
as old as I am.
You can ask Killer. I went through the same thing.
Man.
I went through the same
This is
thing.
indeed true.
I used to be the baby of everything.
I just looked it up. I'm older than One Piece. All right, I'm gonna go into the retirement home now.
You know what's-
call it quits and get a walker.
I'm the same age. I'm the same
Yeah.
age as the line of Spike Spiegel saying "bang." That line came out in
Oh god.
1999 in the final episode of Cowboy Bebop.
Wow.
Great show.
Freaking! Here's the funny thing, Skelly. Hunter x Hunter is older than you.
I know that one.
Naruto is older than you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Bleach is older than you.
I kind of think.
Yep.
I think Vinland Saga is the same age as you.
Oh, huh? What?
It's,
And it's just
if I'm
being
something like
animated?
same age.
It took Vinland Saga 10 years to get animated.
That's so sad.
The manga started in 2000. Well, it's a seinen. It takes a lot longer for a seinen to get animated.
That's true.
Because you look at Berserk started in like the late 80s, I think. And
Yeah, I think
Berserk,
so.
Berserk didn't get its first anime until 97. And then it didn't get a remake of it until 2012.
That's that's right. That was a long gap.
Yeah. Hellsing didn't get a proper anime adaptation until like 2011, 2012. And that thing came out in like the 80s. Or 90s, one of the two.
I didn't know Helsing was that old. Jeez.
Yep. Did you know in High School of the Dead, the heavier set character has all the knowledge about the guns? His name is the same name as the author of Hellsing.
Huh.
Because the
Interesting.
author of High School of the Dead was such a huge fan of Hellsing.
That's cool.
And he asked him if he wanted to be a character in his story.
That's cool.
I can name several other stories in my collection that are older than you.
I would prefer if you didn't.
Claymore.
Are you sure?
I am positive of that, and I'm gonna make the tie-breaking vote now. Round of applause. The answer is Shanks. Woo!
Shanks.
Hey, my boy, dude.
And in our second semifinal, we have Renji versus Gohan.
You already know.
Renji's getting my vote.
Jumping off a bridge.
Go on.
So it's
100%.
1-1.
Renji.
Renji 2-1. So we're waiting for top
Gohan.
2-2. And
Gohan.
Cope, are you saying Gohan?
I'm jumping off a bridge.
You can't do that.
vote.
That's not allowed.
I cannot vote. It is against every aspect of everything in my
Everything.
life. I cannot vote.
You can let RNG decide.
That's what we did last week.
Oh, dude,
Bleach was
this is
my
such a
first anime, and Dragon Ball was my second.
Bleach is what got me back into anime. Yu-Gi-Oh was my first anime.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, Bleach.
You're going with Bleach?
No, I was saying like Bleach is my first.
Yeah,
Anime.
Bleach got me back into the anime scene.
Dude, I don't fucking.
Because at the time, the only animes I knew were Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Beta Blade, and Bakugan.
Alright, so literally after I voted what was it? Renji versus Shoto, and I voted Renji, Taco messaged me personally in our own like messenger. He's like, "You better change your COD name." Because remember, I said my display name was Shoto Todoroki. Alright, so I said, you know what? You can go Tug One. Bleach was my first anime, and there is only one that can match with it for me, and that is DBZ.
Oh man.
Why did-
There it is.
My character
There's
name
your
in
match,
Shell
buddy.
was Ichigo.
Well, we're not. I'm still right about the COD thing though.
Fine, I'll
Draco
fucking
name.
change it.
Change. No, here's your punishment. Your COD name now has to be Renji Abadai.
Oh yeah,
There you
that's
go.
your punishment. That's the
There you go.
perfect punishment.
I mean, it's not really punishment.
Alright, your new name is Sakura. That's punishment.
Oh, Sakura
You gotta run
Harano.
10-10.
That's a punishment.
You gotta run 10-10.
No, if,
Oh
if,
my
we're,
God.
if we're gonna choose a Bleach character for him to be, it's gonna be Orihime Inoue.
Oh fuck.
I don't see that as an insult though. I feel like being called a cone is an insult.
Maki Ichinose. That's an insult. The Soul
man.
Reaper defector from the Bounce arc.
Okay, so who were the two people that chose Gohan?
I believe it was Taco
Yeah.
and Kush.
Okay, so that leaves
Me and
you
me,
and...
me and Tony voted Renji.
Alright. Sway my choice. I cannot decide.
Honestly,
So
I
you
can't.
guys have to fight.
You know a lot about Gohan. You know how he doesn't have much character development post having a kid.
Okay.
He actually has some character digression. Renji
Okay, you
Yes, agreed.
Renji is kind of like a steady character, and without spoiling anything, he gets a massive, like, oh my god sized character development in the 1,000-Year Blood War.
Alright, so you want an argument for Gohan? Okay, so back in the Cell
This
arc,
is exactly what I want.
Goku. Okay, so Goku, okay? He throws Cell a sensu bean and says, "Alright, Gohan, I couldn't beat him. Go for it." Is that not enough for you, bro? Like, right there, that's what I'm saying. He said, "Here, heal up. I know, like, I couldn't beat you, but son, like, here, just go do what I couldn't. Like, there you go, man."
You see, but that's because Goku
That's
wanted Gohan to grow stronger.
And he wanted him to
I
unlock
know.
that strength.
And he definitely did. That's what I'm saying.
Gohan,
He
But that's
surpassed
more of
Goku
like
himself.
that's more of like a Goku argument though. It's not much of a
Right,
Gohan argument.
I mean,
Well,
but
Gohan.
his power definitely did increase because
It
of
did. I mean,
is my point. And
Yeah,
it's-
he grew stronger, but then Goku turned around and grew stronger again. To where Renji, he
Yeah.
never his power never
I mean,
was stronger than Ichigo's, but it kept growing
I mean,
as he kept developing.
if you
Yeah.
want to go based off Super, like the craziest thing he did besides getting super strong again in the show itself was fighting blind in that small tournament of power thing they had before.
yeah, that was.
I mean, he literally
Okay,
fought
that's a
blind
good
and
argument.
poisoned
Yeah, I mean
the one.
that's a good argument there. And then you have Renji in the Soul Society. He got his ass handed to him by Ichigo to where he was on the brink of death. He still goes and says, "I'm good. I'm just going to train my Bankai. I've already had it for a little bit." And then he goes to fight his captain, who he knows, even with his Bankai at the level that it is leagues above him. And he
He
has
still
the
fights.
confidence to fight
mean,
him.
I mean, you could say the same thing with Gohan fighting Goku right after that thing. I mean, Goku's at
Yeah.
what? Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken, and he's fighting him anyway at full power. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing there to an extent.
Yeah, I mean, all the
Like, I don't even think
Goku was.
I think Byakuya didn't even go full power because he only used his base form of his Bankai because his Bankai has 3 forms.
That's fair, but
He used his base.
Oh, I
still, like-
forgot about the third form. I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah,
I mean,
it never shows up again.
relatively the
It
same
never
thing.
shows up again. Granted, it is a very difficult move and it puts a lot of stress on Byakuya, and the situation has to be just perfect to use it.
Didn't he say like it shortens his life to use it? I forget if that was mentioned or not.
That's
But
not.
something else I'm thinking.
That's not his Bankai. That is someone else's Bankai, which you got spoiled on. Because
But there was
that Bankai hasn't shown up yet. There's 2 Bankais that do that, and neither of them have shown up. Like, that is still a
I forget who
good
I
while
forget
away.
who it belonged to. So honestly,
both.
it doesn't. It's
They're
not really a
both.
spoiler.
They're both captains.
I kind of figured that.
One. I can't even say it because not everyone's caught up with the new.
Yeah, yo, just message me because I've clearly have heard of it before.
Are you-
So just message me to get like who has it.
The 2 characters that have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember hearing it somewhere, but I forget who had it. So now it's bugging me that I don't remember who it was, but
I just sent it to you.
you see, I remember. Yeah, I remember that the one,
The
first one.
the
that you
first
said.
the
Second
first
one,
name.
The second one, I kind of
The
second one, it kind of makes sense with
Yeah. It's because
the
of
tone, but the first one I knew was like that.
for the first one. Other than the shortening the life, it has a chance to kill the user as well.
That's right. Now I remember why I knew that. That's right.
Yeah. To where the second character I
Mhm.
sent you, it's because of how do I put this? It's because it's not matured.
Yeah.
But those are still like that stuff probably won't come out till like
That's way off.
Core
Yeah.
3. Because that's the invasion arc.
Mhm.
Or should I say sub arc? Because the whole thing is the 1,000-Year Blood War arc.
Yeah.
So, is there any other discussion or opinion
Don't
on
forget,
why I should?
So here's a very valid point why I should vote for Renji. Renji, in the Bount arc, wore a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses.
Oh my god, yeah, you are. I forgot about that. Oh my god, that's just disguise. Ichigo's weird uncle was his freaking disguise.
Yeah,
And he was a moocher at Urahara shop.
yeah, they kept calling him Mooch. I love that.
Okay,
That's the
Taco, what did you say?
Gohan's Great Saiyaman.
No, he's not. Great Saiyaman is Great Saiyaman. You keep confusing the 2 characters, man.
Yeah, because I think the only person who finds the truth behind Great Saiyaman is Videl.
Yeah.
Well, other than like Bulma and Chi-Chi eventually found out.
Who have actual brain.
Like,
Everyone else doesn't really care.
Chi-Chi was not too happy. Who's got music on?
That's a good question.
Oh, sorry, my wife's watching a movie in the background.
Okay, hope I don't get a copyright on that.
It's muffled. It should be.
It should be okay.
Yeah, I couldn't make anything out of any of that, to be honest.
No, I just heard background sound.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's very
very
muffled, I don't
shitty
think.
music, karaoke type shit.
Oh, so nobody even cares anyhow.
Right.
Perfect.
There we go.
Okay.
Without
well,
spoiling,
we've dragged on long enough with this. Unless you guys have any other.
without spoiling anything, Renji does get buff.
A buff.
I thought you said he
Okay.
got buff, and I'm like,
Next
he's not
time.
buff already?
Technically,
So
does
don't
Gohan,
forget about Gohan's training with Piccolo. He had to deal with that. Okay, so
Okay, so
If
here's
you
the
count
thing.
if you count the new movie,
Gohan
technically
needed
Gohan gets the buff.
Gohan needed the training of someone else to get stronger. Renji did it on his own.
no, he definitely did need the help, but Gohan was a kid when he needed the help.
He still gets help with his training.
Okay, you're okay. Right after I said it, okay.
Yeah.
Instantly, right after I said it, I in my head I see like the Kai's helping him. So yeah,
Yeah.
argument. defeated.
Gohan sleep.
Yeah, because in the what was it, the Buu saga, it was the Supreme Supreme Kai.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, if you
Renji,
want to count
but
the
true-
movie,
Renji
Gohan
doesn't
gets
get
the buff.
Renji gets assistance in training in the Thousand Year Blood War arc, but that is because, without spoiling, it is a whole nother league.
Needed.
Like, it's like saying Gohan getting training from Zeno. Like teenage Gohan,
okay.
like Cell Saga Gohan getting training from Zeno. Like that's the aspect we're looking at with Renji's new training. But everything before the Thousand Year Blood War arc he had to do on his own. Post Academy. Which we can count the Academy as like Kid Gohan.
Yeah.
But everything outside of Renji leaving the Academy, he has done on his own through his own sheer determination and willpower.
Alright. This is going to be the greatest question in the entire fucking stream.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Land on me.
If we were to face off Renji and Gohan, who would win?
Renji.
Gohan.
Yeah.
100%.
Gohan.
What?
I'd say-
Let me
I'd say
explain.
Renji.
Let me explain Renji.
It's Gohan.
Let me explain Renji. One, Gohan would not be able to sense or see Renji because Renji is a Kompako, which is a soul. Chi cannot be transferred to the soul. You cannot cannot feel Ryatsu with Chi.
Yes.
Two, Renji is a lieutenant with captain capabilities, and his Ryatsu is strong enough to disintegrate Gohan.
But could even touch Gohan is the thing. He'd have to touch him to begin with.
No, Ryatsu, you do not need to touch someone to disintegrate them with your Ryatsu.
I am not aware. I don't think I've seen that much into it
That's
yet.
like background stuff that gets
Or-
explained.
Yeah,
before
like
where
when
you're at.
Ichigo and Ganju and I forget Hanataro walk up to Kenpachi. Kenpachi isn't even near them, and they just
Yeah.
like crush
And-
beneath his pressure.
And he has his eye patch on.
Okay.
And he has his eye patch
okay,
on.
I've got.
Yeah, and that's plus eye patch.
I've got you now.
Yeah.
Got you.
Like, if you look at Ichigo versus Goku,
Yeah.
Ichigo wins that battle. Even though Goku has technically transcended the gods, he cannot sense Ichigo in his Soul Reaper form, and he cannot do any damage to Ichigo.
Yeah.
So
We
he
can
just
put
could
it-
not
we can put
damage
it
him
super,
to
super
be.
fast.
And in the big three with Daddy Dragon Ball, Bleach is the strongest universe. And it only takes
That's
one.
why.
It only takes one lieutenant level or higher to solo each of the universes, with the exception of Dragon Ball, because you have the Angels and the Destroyer Gods and Zeno to worry about. Now, the
Yeah.
Destroyer Gods, I don't think will be a problem for certain Soul Reapers, but the Angels and Zeno would be a problem.
And Zeno.
Because
Yeah.
Zeno and at least the Grand Angel, the one that's with Zeno, would be able to see/sense the Soul Reapers.
Absolutely.
We could do it the super, super fast way. Gohan blows up planet, fight's over.
No, because they're souls.
Yeah,
They're souls.
That's a damn
They don't
quick
need. They
way
don't
to
need
end
oxygen.
it.
They don't need oxygen. There's Ryatsu there's Ryatsu in space
True.
because it's
True.
just spirit energy. So they don't need oxygen. They just need Ryatsu.
If you look at Hueco Mundo is supposed to be a void. There's not
Yes.
supposed to be a breathable atmosphere,
Yes.
and yet everyone who's there can be just fine.
Because they're all in their soul form. It gets stated when
Okay.
Chad and
Yeah,
Orihime go,
yeah.
their bodies, like it's their actual
Yeah.
bodies, but it gets converted to a soul form. And that's the
Yeah.
same in the Soul Society, because the Soul Society is a spirit realm.
Yeah, there's no oxygen. So
This was a very great debate. I appreciate it, guys. My decision was made about like an hour.
He said Gohan takes the dub.
No,
No.
it's Renji.
Renji.
I kind
My
of
boy-
I knew the debate was just gonna overpower Renji over fucking Gohan.
I had a feeling you already knew because, like, you knew, like, this was more than likely going to be the most logical semifinal for that side of the bracket.
It was logical, yes, but for me personally, Bleach is my number one, Dragon Ball is my number two.
And that's where this
So-
problem comes for me because now my number 1 and number 2 are matched up 2 weeks in a row.
One Piece versus Bleach.
Which, this is an easy pick for me, though, because
Yeah, dude, it's super easy.
when it comes to these two characters, Shanks gets the vote for me.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
So that's 2 votes for Shanks.
Yeah.
Like, Shanks easily gets the vote for me here because, like, if it was Kenpachi or Byakuya, just like an earlier one, this would be a much harder vote for me. It was the first round against Roy Mustang. But since it's Renji that won the vote in the chat, Shanks easily gets the win. Now, Kenpachi and Byakuya, this would have been something I would have been contemplating every day since the bracket was made. Like, that first round, I would have been contemplating so hard. So it's 2-0
we
for
got-
Shanks.
Who voted the second for Shanks?
I believe it was Kush.
Me, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Going Shanks.
Shanks
Damn.
takes the
Oh, fuck.
win. Cope,
I
Taco.
vote for Renji. I know it doesn't
Mine would
matter,
have been
but
Renji.
So, wow. That
I
was
mean, it's respectable.
that was a quick final. That was definitely a lot quicker than last week's final.
That was very fast.
that
I
was
mean,
quicker than the last 2
you just-
rounds. Like,
Dude, it is quick. That was the fastest round.
That was the fastest
that
round
done and over.
ever.
Really fast done.
That was the fastest round ever on this podcast.
I'm not.
Yeah, it was
Not
immediate.
So
I mean, shit.
Wasn't
Not
it?
even the
That was-
Sakura one was that fast.
no, because
Yeah, they
People actually, like-
decided.
I had to give like somewhat of an explanation to a couple of the guys for your Forger.
Yeah,
for real?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I made a very, very big statement against Sakura right at the opening once they seen her. I was like, it doesn't matter who you her against. She fucking loses.
But I still had to give the
fair, that's
exposition.
fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there it is. Week 2 of Anime Madness.
Does.
And Shanks gets the win. Next week we are doing side characters. I believe the link to be able to join our Discord is in my about on Twitch. Go ahead and shoot over, join the madness, and put up some nominations for side characters. And we will see y'all next week. Make sure to check out KillerCope on Twitch, twitch.tv/KillerCope. And any other plugs that want to be plugged, or is that it?
That would be a good sir.
My Twitter is the same as my Twitch.
All right, so go ahead and follow KillerCope on Twitter @KillerCope. And we will see y'all next week.
412.
KillerCope 412. I'm sure you'll show up with just KillerCope.
No, there is another KillerCope.
Really?
Somebody tried copying my account.
Oh wow. And update for my Twitter, I did give the wrong. There's multiple of Hendiddy's on Twitter. Mine is @Hendiddy12. So go ahead and give that a follow. I do updates in case we need to postpone. I do like, hey, watch the stream tonight type things, like stuff like that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next week for side characters.